like, all right, I just got a bunch of basically offers, transfer offers and business.
No doubt.
Basically.
Y'all got a transfer. Y'all got old boy too.
Yeah. I got that just in my regular news. But then, like, since you said heavy recruiting shit, I just went ahead and did.
Y'all doing something this weekend?
Who, us?
Yeah, y'all got something going on this weekend?
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, visits, right?
Not this weekend. Not that I don't think. I think the first one next weekend. I don't know. I did everything back from last week since last time we did the show. I need a goddamn assistant for this kind of shit.
Shit, what were you telling?
Bruh, just give me some factoids. I spin them. Just give
that's
them.
That's why we gotta get this shit going, man. So we got a whole production team that just do.
I ain't like.
We got stats popping up and shit as we talk, like that type of shit.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Prepare us some talking points with analytics and shit.
I've been working Fridays and Saturdays, so I'm like, I don't know what's going on out here. I like that. What is that? A long sleeve tee?
It's the vintage joint dude brought to me at National Signing Day, bro.
Oh, okay. What happened to them people? They're supposed to give us some shit that time.
And dude ain't have enough shit, bro. I had to back out. We're gonna be looking crazy business wise because the inventory was slim, right? Yeah, so I didn't want to start pushing something, and then he don't even have the product
back it up, to
back it. So that was just a good call on Logan. Logan told me
they was
how much inventory he had.
That motherfucker was he was advertising with everybody too. I was like, damn, he must be ready to rock.
He ain't had that much shit. I don't even think like he didn't have that much stuff at all, bro. Like
I heard him on inside the U shit through the smoke. It was a couple of them I heard him on. So I was like, okay.
Anyway. Cool brother, but I like what he's trying to do. But like vintage it's hard to have a shitload of vintage. Yeah. I thought he was refabricating like vintage looks. But he was actually getting actual vintage stuff. I'm like, bro, there's no way you got enough inventory.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I thought he was just refabricate. Why wouldn't you just do it that way?
I don't know, bro.
So he probably, you know what? He probably got the shit for dirt because
no. I think when you refabricate, I think you have to get the licensing from the university to be able to work and sell them shits. But when you sell it as a vintage company, you pretty much selling like antique type shit. So you don't have to get no licensing type shit.
Gotcha.
But still, that's still like more like boutique style than trying to hit up a college fan base on.
Right.
You might as well put that shit on fucking eBay and
I was about to say I just would have did it on eBay and just skip the middleman. Why pay you for advertising like that? Not personally, but
all good.
Yeah, well.
Y'all hear like an echo in my background or something like that?
Nah, I don't hear nothing.
Hit mute. It's hard to tell. Yeah. Unmuted. No, not too bad. It's just air. I don't hear nothing crazy.
All right,
cool. I don't. Oh yeah, I do hear. Yeah, was that the washing machine or something?
Damn, deep freeze. I'm about to unplug this bitch.
Nah, don't do that.
Man, it takes deep freeze forever to default, though, man.
Yeah, then I might forget to plug that bitch up.
Then you got a problem.
Yeah, then you got a problem. Yeah,
then you got a problem. Gonna fuck the whole weekend.
What? Ooh.
Weekend going to shit.
Man, if I'm setting me a alarm so I can remind myself to cut it back on, I don't want no problems, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Cause you mess around and lose all that good frozen protein in there. It's gonna be a problem.
All that Spencer jerky.
Trying to tell you. I need some pick me up, bro. A little hot cocoa wake me up.
Man, listen.
Now my wife got it like 60 degrees in this bitch, bro. I don't know if she going through menopause in her 30s. But that bitch be freezing.
Like they out that cold.
I don't know if she used to that courthouse or what, but she come home with the same shit, bro. It be freezing in here. Whole house be complaining.
What you keep it on, like, ideally?
74, 75.
Oh, no, that's too hot, brother. Yeah. That's the Bahamian shit. Hell Hell no.
No, I ain't cheap, bro. It's just like
No.
I get cold very easily, dog.
Right. Yeah.
My average 73. That's the average.
I'm 72. 72.
Yeah, 72 comfortable with me.
And
my wife had that bitch on 70, bro.
I put that bitch on 70 if I thought my AC could handle it, but I know it won't. It'll freeze up. So
that's why we had to buy a new. This one only like a couple of months. Y'all remember when they was installing one on the show one night?
Oh yeah. That's right.
Yeah, she blew the first one up.
Goddamn easy. Say 68 at bedtime. Boy, you got money.
Sheesh.
God damn.
That bitch piping over there, boy.
You gotta put a goddamn ice pack.
I don't mind it like that cold when I'm going to bed. Like when I'm in the bed, then cool. It's just like walking around, just chilling in the house. I'm freezing. I'm under that blanket. You can put that bitch on 50. I don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's that good sleep, man.
Yeah.
The only problem with that is I don't be wanting to get from under your covers. That and I be playing that
be cold as hell when you get up.
Bruh, that shit is I had to quit playing it because it make it too hard for me to wake up. It's too relaxing.
Man, my wife played the same shit that called Better Sleep, the little white noise type of stuff.
Yeah. Shit, I be gone, cuz.
That shit be the best though. I fucks with that shit.
Yeah, dude.
It is. You know what's dope too? Now I got my cat. When my alarm go off on my phone, she come up and start pushing on me. Like, hey, turn that shit off.
Right. Yeah, she ain't waking you up, man. She telling you to.
She just start putting both her paws on me, like, hey, make that goddamn noise go away.
Right.
Ain't that right? Long day of sleeping and doing jack shit. Yeah, we can kick this thing off, man.
Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. It's the roll up. It's the vibes. Another beautiful day in the Sunshine State, kicking it with my guys. How y'all boys feeling? Larry, CJ?
Man, I'm cool. I don't know about y'all, man. I got sinus and allergy issues, bro. The pollen around here is gangster right now.
Dog, yeah, it's about that time. Man, I'm starting to feel it. So my car, I got a black and a white car. So my black car, dog, it's like I ain't watched that bitch in months, man. That's how bad that pollen is right now. And Tallahassee and Savannah's part of the same. Tallahassee's like a real tree. It's a lot of trees in the area or whatnot that carry the pollen. And that shit, my allergies are fucking with me too, man. But it shows just about that time for spring though.
Everybody tough until that pollen started popping up.
Right? I use an app and it tracks all that shit, man. The last couple days, that bitch like a 9.1 out of 10. I'm like, oh my God.
You need to let me know about the app. I want to check that too, man, because I know it's bad over here.
I'll send it to you. They ain't get
Larry June told us to check the air quality.
Check the air quality.
You gotta check the air quality.
Don't check me, bitch. Check the air quality. Shout out Larry June. We gotta get you on the show.
Awesome. Yeah, if you listening, Larry June, please come on the show.
Come on and listen.
How y'all boys feeling though, man? It's just wild times right now, so I'm gonna do a little bit of a different intro this week. Check in with y'all at first, but how y'all personally, man? It's just wild times, war going on, a lot of things with politics, and just want to check in with y'all personally, make sure everything's straight. Y'all boys good?
For me personally, man, I haven't even got too wrapped up in that stuff, man. Aside from like the funny tweets and the memes in regards to the situation.
A classic night when the war jumped off.
You know that's the crazy thing about Twitter, boy. They don't take shit serious, man. No. Everything's gonna be turned into a joke to share some light on the situation. But yeah, man, it's just crazy and just seeing all the videos and stuff. We live in a different time too, like as far as social media. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's next level. We're basically in it ourselves. It's something we never seen. Of course, we never really been in this type of situation like war, so to speak. What we had coming up, we had 9/11, the war in Iraq. That's all for me personally I can remember. Of course, it was what was the Gulf War, early 90s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, late 80s,
that's
early
my
90s.
time.
Yeah, that type of deal. Yeah. But for me, it was Iraq. So, but you won't really get this coverage of. You see the damn president. And shout out to the Ukrainian president, man. He's a true soldier, man. 10 toes down with the troops, and we ain't going nowhere. He had one of the hardest damn bars I ever heard. But he said, don't send no rescue, no transportation, but send me ammunition.
Yes, I don't need transportation, I need ammunition.
I need ammo. So shout out to him for holding down the fort, man.
Very gangster. I did enjoy that.
America said best we can do is cut his bank accounts off, bro.
right. That's all we can do, bro. He got money over here, we can freeze that. That's about it.
I enjoy the gangster nature of the Ukrainians.
Yeah, hell yeah, they going out like a fight. You got the actual locals handling business and getting busy with the shit too. So Ukrainians definitely ain't no hoe, man. They showing you come in here and thinking it's sweet, man. It's gonna be to the last man for sure.
Yeah, and shout out to my African brothers and sisters over there. I've heard they had some difficulties trying to get out of the country. So
Harlan just put a good point in the chat. My bad for interrupting. He said Elon had gave the people in Ukraine Wi-Fi after Russia had shut it off.
Elon's a very powerful man. That's more power than any. Let's pay attention. I'll get back to your shit. I'll get to. I got to take that. Go ahead, Larry. You was about to say something. I think that was fairly.
Yeah. So there's been some roadblocks. At first it come off as kind of racially charged, but as I got a little bit more information, I think it is just some. It probably still is. Don't get me wrong, but there's some paperwork type deals going on. But shout out to Young Thug. He's trying to launch an effort to help those Africans over there be able to get mobile and get out of the country while war's getting ready to take off or potentially. So
yeah, I was following that. I seen that just was following some of the African tweets. I got in a little thread of that. Romania is being, I think, very helpful with the Africans that are trying to escape the war or whatnot. But yeah, that's something to follow as well, man. People that are just not there, don't have shit to do with shit. Kind of stuck in the middle of it. But I think my take on Elon was like these app people, I think, are more powerful than presidents and shit, right? Than leaders of country. That's what one of Trump beefs was. Is I think Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, shout out to Boosie. I think he's more powerful than this dude. Just provided internet to a whole country when one of the strategic things that Russia was doing was shutting off the internet. And he cut their shit back on.
That's crazy. That's power, man.
That's insanity. But
it shows that money. If you really got money, money talk, man. Money is the ultimate power. That's all.
Well, that is just his technological reach. I mean, you're right. His money has come from his ability to.
But that tech is power.
So tech savvy, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm reading Elon gave them people Wi-Fi after Russia shut that shit off, right? What does that even mean? I don't know, because I don't have the savvy. I know it happened, but how the hell did he do that? Like, that's amazing. He said, okay, Starlink Wi-Fi from outer space. Awesome. That's dope, man. That's dope, shit, man. One thing about Elon is he's powerful. Thank God he's using his power for good.
As far as we know.
Evil. Yeah, as far as we know, you're right.
As far as we know.
If he go to the dark side, oh my God.
There's some takes out there.
Possibly,
I just want to check in, everybody, man. I know the war times is wild times, period, man. People are forgetting about the pandemic, and that war seems to be louder than a lot of shit we got going on here. And we got a lot of shit going on here.
I don't feed my brain that stuff, man. Sometimes
for sure.
People look at it like kind of irresponsible. I'm like, well, I'm just protecting my peace, bro. Like, I'm be honest with you. When they in the front yard, then I deal with it. That's how I am about it.
That's my mindset about it too. But you see people, I think this way you kind of going with it. So if you see people who are questioning, well, damn, we're throwing X amount of money here. Where's this money coming from? And people, it's stuff that's needed in this country. Where?
Yeah, you're in the middle of a lot, bro. Like, we just went from a pandemic, so I just like mentally, right? Like, people got to be stressed. Fuck out. Like, suicide's at an all-time high, dog. So we just went from a pandemic, people locked all up. Came out of the pandemic. When that pandemic was a lot of protests. We had the Capitol riots, all type of wild shit. You go from that. Inflation is crazy. Job market is nuts. Like, people ain't really going back to work. A lot of shit is going on with the economy. Chicken is like almost not affordable. Gas is going through the roof. And now a war comes, right? So it's just like, bro, back to back to back to back. It's just a lot of shit going on in the world. So sometimes you got to check in and make sure.
What's crazy is we're living in historic times. So that's the crazy part about it. Like,
for sure. This is revolutionary times we're going through right now.
Yeah, type of stuff we read in books. We're living in those type of times. So that's the crazy part about it. I had to put it in perspective myself, just thinking about stuff like, damn, all this, the pandemic, COVID, everything we've been through, the riots and stuff like this shit is going to be in history books down the line.
For sure. Elon just cutting on the power. That's going to be in some history books. All that
really
shit.
Is. The bar the president dropped, that shit, them words gonna live forever. That type of deal. So it's crazy times, the historic times.
What do you say?
About president. Not president.
Not our president.
Oh, they president. Oh,
yeah.
I'm about to say, I don't know if our president know what day it is.
Right.
Shout out to that boy, man. That the Ukrainian jet pilot that was sniping everybody out of the sky. Shout out to that dude too as well, man. They got some very cute stories and some sensationalized stuff out there, but it's war, man. People that think it's going to end in a week like it's a 7-game series or some shit, that's not what's about to happen. I think it's going to be a long, ugly war like we're used to seeing. And I pray to God that it doesn't get crazy with nukes and shit like that. That's just where I'm at with it. But other than that, I'm not getting to the fine details and following this shit like recruiting.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. But once the news get involved and stuff like that, and what Larion said gets to my front door, then I'd be a little bit more in tune.
How old you is, boy? It might come to your front door. You might go. How old you is, cuz?
Shit, me. Shit, I'm like Ali, bro.
Shout out to the homie D-Rob. He actually kicked it with us on 26.
He shot me a DM, say you got to go out there, bro.
Yeah, he's in Germany now, I believe. I haven't been too active in the group chat today, but yeah, shout out D-Rob, man. Out there, serving and protecting in the real way, not just sitting on the side of the road, writing tickets to people. You know what I mean? So shout out to the homie. He kicked it with us for the whole time. This, I think it's his 4th deployment. But stand up dude, great for the timeline, great for the show, great supporter. Definitely want to send our love and support to you, bro. Harry, get back home, man.
One of them day one RollUp supporters, man. Shout out to my man D-Rob. He hit me on the DMs, told me he was leaving. Requested the Kush house, the whole shebang, man. He wanted the layout, the lay of the land as soon as he get back. So we got something special for you, man. We call in a few favors.
Oh yeah, man. Shout out to D-Rob, man. That's my guy. Be safe over there, fam.
Get home, my dude. That's it. That's all I got for War Talk. Kodak dropped. So that kept me in good spirits, A lot of war going on outside, Larion, but inside the car, that yak was slapping over the balls, baby. Yeah, that shit fire, man.
I have not listened to Yak. I am not a Yak fan. But I have been on the Conway album. Beautiful art. Beautiful art.
No doubt.
I'm not a Yak hater though. People think that, and it's not really it. Like I even came on this show and said he gets on my nerves. It's a mute button.
See, the thing is, man, you got to time that motherfucker, man.
You got it. As soon as you see him, hit mute.
See, as soon as that damn door open, man, I'll be, oh shit, it's too late.
It's too late. But
shout out to the kids, man.
But anyways, his antics are a lot for me, and that's only because, like I said, I really do think he's a bright guy. But some light was shed on his situation to me too. I didn't realize young boy been kind of like incarcerated his whole life.
Oh,
yeah, majority. I was like, I didn't know that. I was like, okay, well, that makes a lot more sense as well.
Yeah, been through it, boy. He been through it.
What makes more sense? Why you say that?
Because once I understood that, like, yeah, I think he's an intelligent person, but he's also a survivor and he's Frankenstein's monster, right? Essentially, this is what his society, his environment created him to be. Like, I think if you'd have brought, Kodak up in the suburbs, he'd be a fucking engineer. Like, I do think he's a bright mind.
No doubt.
But just, but that's been cut from.
I think only a sharp mind like his can survive that many years in prison, right? Or incarcerated.
Yeah.
I mean, you get to see a lot of the wordplay and stuff he got going on, but like his mind is definitely in some other places. I don't want to get deep on Kodak stuff, man. It's the RollUp, dog.
Yeah. But nah.
Listen to the album, CJ?
Nah, that's the crazy thing. Not yet, because I've been.
This is a Florida show, man.
I know
what got
going
on here.
And I had it on my mind this past weekend to get it in, but I was in Destin with the family just kicking, so I really had time to like hone down and focus, man. But a lot of people saying that album fire, so I'm gonna check it out.
Front to back, best project he ever did, classic type shit. There's only one song on there I don't like. And that shit's very unlikable. I think it's like the number 3 song, Legion Season or some shit like that.
But that's very unlikable.
Very unlikable. Other than that, man, beautiful project.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out tonight for sure. That's on my to-do list tonight.
Shout out to Young Yak.
Yeah, my guy too, man. I like Yak.
Big Yak fan. Word to the timeline. We gotta get into some football talk eventually, fellas. So
I'm ready when you are.
Big 3 talk.
Yeah, let's do it.
See, you want to kick it off this week?
No, I mean we can talk it first. Let's get into some shenanigans first.
Okay.
The birthday. We talked about the birthday last week.
Oh man, hold on before we get any further. Real quick, my bad. I want to speaking of birthdays, I know last week we did the show, man, and I just want to offer an apology to our brother CJ. It was his birthday, and we didn't take the time to sing happy birthday to him, bro.
Man, watch out, man. I'm good.
And that feel no. I ain't gonna do it like that, man.
You gonna do it like for you? Oh, I know what song you got. Go ahead and play it for him, my man.
No, I ain't even got nothing to play, man. I'm just saying, like, you know, when it's your like your guy's birthday, you gotta sing happy birthday to him, clearly, right? So
I never sung happy birthday to a man before in my life, Larry. I do want to go on record saying that. No, I never sung happy birthday to a man.
Oh man,
my grandfather, but he had dementia, so I don't even think he knew.
He didn't know what's going on.
Yeah, you ain't got to do that, but this I appreciate the love. We ain't got to sing.
Oh man, no, because clearly that's what you're supposed to do. I seen what the programs did.
Oh, you talking about my program? Oh no, we ain't sing.
Man, watch out.
Y'all didn't sing.
No. I see where this motherfucker going with this shit, man. Going on with that. Hey, I'm gonna be like, you start singing, I'm gonna be like Randy the whole video, man. I'm like Randy sharing the whole damn video. You start.
All right, for the listeners who may not know what we're talking about, so Cormani McClain, Lakeland defensive back, 5-star, number 1 player in the state of Florida. His birthday just passed this past week. We talked about it last show. Larry Young and the Miami Hurricanes. Yeah, even Larry Young sent the card. The whole fan base sent the kid a card. So Florida. The University of Florida attempted to one-up that with a nice TikTok video clipped up and edited down, which was fun for the morning in the timeline.
And these boys were about a full damn cake.
About 45 minutes later, somebody at Florida State made a run to Publix to grab a pink princess cake. And they grabbed the iPhone 8 with a home button, and when it recorded a video of them singing "Happy Birthday" to Carmine. Who ate the cake? Is what I want to know, CJ.
No, that's
right. Why would you don't need a cake? You can't eat it.
They had the cake. They had the candles lit.
I see what type of outfit they running, man.
17 candles on the thing. However old the kid turned. Yeah, man. I don't know.
If you go rewatch it, my favorite part is how dude started off in good spirits and he just gave up.
Nah, because he was in
he realized this was going out.
Right. He started thinking in his head, what the fuck am I really doing, man? A fool. Mama go put this on social media. He knew how the shit was gonna play out, man. So he started singing and replay. Oh, let me chill out real quick.
Shout out to friend of the show, Kwame. Kwame said, man, this is why college coaches are leaving college to go to the pros, man. They gotta do all this goofy shit.
And that's the crazy thing about it. Like you see, people. I'm pretty sure the kid enjoyed it, the family enjoyed it, that type of deal. But it's getting next level to try to.
They might have been clowning too. Like, look at this goofy shit.
Yeah, they might have, especially for that one.
Now, recruits, they love all this attention. Even the fans trolling and all that. They love all that. They eat all that shit up, bro.
Yeah. There's something that don't though. I just was reading about a kid. He was like, bro, I really don't like all that fluffy shit, man. Like, just talk to me real. Like all this other shit. You know, it just
I don't think that's the talk. I think that's the fluff. That's the bullshit that the kids want. They want attention, bro. If not, they wouldn't be on social media trying to like get it. They wouldn't have the top 5, the top 20s. All that shit is about attention.
Right, but every kid don't go that route. You know what I'm saying? I think in Florida we have more of that, but not every kid is really all into the, some of them just want to get the shit done. Some just want to knock that shit out, be done with it,
Yeah, I think Cormani and his family feeling it though. I think they like that. The mom tweeted all them damn celebrations.
Yeah, it's easy to
get
the
definitely
mom
feeling it.
Oh yeah, and the crazy thing about it, shout out to Oregon. Right after we did it, you got Oregon and staff. They went and grabbed the cake and they
damn sure did.
They made a video too.
Yeah, they got Florida State. They got a Florida State staff over there. Like, oh shit,
basically, right.
Have some pride, man.
They seen Mike do it. They said, we got to get right and do it as well.
All right, let's get into some Big Three talk, man. That was fun. Then we got the response from shout out to my man Van Dyke.
Oh, that was Pop. Pop did that.
That was Pop?
Yeah,
that was Van Dyke.
That talking about the don't be goofy.
Yeah. The staff.
Van Dyke was in the picture. It was Van Dyke and Charlie Strong in the picture. But gotcha. Yeah, he was the one. Pop, the one that tweeted it out and was like checking the timeline to see who birthday it is today. Don't be goofy. But I was scared we was gonna do that shit though, boy.
What,
I tweeted it out. I was like, don't do that. Please don't do that, bro. Please don't do that.
So the visits have started, man. What do we got? You got any pop-ups? That's pretty much what I'm going on. I'm going over visits today, updates, who we trending for. It's pretty much what I got in my bag. Eugene Wilson III is one of the kids that dropped by this week. He's from Gaither High School in Tampa. 4-star wide receiver. Called Florida his dream school on the visit. Said the visit was a 10. He also had offers from Ole Miss, Indiana, Nebraska, Georgia Tech, Pittsburgh, and Syracuse. I think he has a
good for y'all.
What's
the
that?
dream school thing? Is that usually a good thing?
Nah.
It's never good for us.
No. It's never good for anybody.
That's the kiss of death.
Right. Especially for Florida kids.
But I think this kid's gonna want to. Wide receiver boards in Florida are crazy. So I think the kids that are like top echelon, you could kind of zero in on them and tell them to grab a spot. He's a 4-star kid, but I don't even know if he's at the top end of the Florida talent this year, wide receiver. But I do think he has a committable offer. We'll see where he goes. He's gonna go on his little tour as well. Trayon Webb been by, speak with Coach Napier in the team. He also has another visit set up on the 30th. I'm sorry, 30th or the 18th. Wrong running back. That's Baxter. Trayon Webb has been by. He said the whole staff is keeping in contact with him, not just one guy like the previous staff. He has a top list of Georgia, Oregon, Michigan, Arkansas, Iowa, South Carolina, Tennessee, Penn State. I think we lead there. I like where we sit in his recruitment. He is from Jacksonville, so I'm not going to get too hyped. Y'all know the vibes there. But he is a running back that I like. I seen Baxter got flipped, and they're doing some ranking adjustments with what are your top 3? I did like Richard Young as the best back in the state of Florida, but I think the new ranking adjustment is going to put Baxter as the number 1 guy.
I like Baxter. Baxter was probably my favorite because he was committed to FSU at one point, and we're still recruiting him and whatnot. So Baxter would probably be my number 1 as far as the state of Florida. Young would be number 2, and Webb would probably be number 3. That would be my top 3 as far as the backs in the state of Florida. There's another kid in the state of Florida. Slipped my mind, man. Where's this kid? I put it up right now, but those are my top 3. But this kid here is pretty good as well.
It's a good running back class, man. The kid running, I think Miami have one committed, a running back that's pretty. I'm forgetting his name because Kush is big, but that's a pretty good from the skill position standpoint. Running back, wide receiver, cornerback. I was talking about. I was checking out Sharif Denson from Jacksonville at cornerback.
Yeah, Denson is nice. He's been in Florida State a couple of times. I like him a lot as well. Definitely wouldn't mind adding him in the class. He's a good player.
Yeah, very good player, man. Great ball skills, physical impress, good chase down speed. I couldn't find any record times for him, like track wise, if he did anything, got anything on paper speed wise. But looking at the film, I see him chasing a lot of guys down. Another defensive back is Damari Brown out of Heritage, 6'1", 180 defensive back, 4-star kid. I think both of those kids are very good defensive backs that could go in and play early at one of our universities, and we should definitely try to keep in state.
Yes, right. Samuel Singleton from Fleming Island. That kid is pretty good as well. He's a really good running back. Yeah, I like Fleming a lot. Singleton a lot. He's a guy that I would probably say is the 4th best. And also Fletcher, man. Fletcher from American Heritage. I think he's going to end up coming to Miami probably pretty soon. But
that's what I'm thinking about.
Fletcher, yeah, he's a big back. He's about 220. He's a guy that's a bruiser. Those are probably my top 5 or so in regards to running backs in the state of Florida. We talk about receivers a lot in this, within this class because the crown jewel, but running back is a pretty good class also for the state of Florida.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to keep 2 of them boys here. I like our chances on Baxter and Webb right now. for this class right here. We'll see what happens. I think Baxter's gonna go a little longer than I originally thought. He says he wants to take all 5 of his official visits, so that don't sound like it's gonna be a quick process. But I do like what we standing out on him. He enjoyed his visit. He has another visit come back with the entire family on March 18th. Sister, mom, dad, everybody in tow. He said the last time he visited, he really enjoyed the staff. Like, he didn't get caught up in the facilities. He don't get caught up in that stuff. He wants to be in an environment where he feels like his family. So he really enjoyed that. He want to bring the family in tow. I always get excited when the family's in tow, because anything can happen when mom, dad, and everybody on the campus. Usually those are the decision makers.
Yeah, definitely. When you get family on campus, that's something to pay attention to, man. Because everything, kids, they're more so the brains behind the hearts. Kids do a lot of stuff in regards to decisions and recruiting with their hearts. The parents, some parents, you have other parents that try to dictate the whole situation, but some parents kind of bridge it together with the brain. That's when you have the heart and the brain, you come to the form of decision. So when you have both on campus, that's always a good sign for sure.
Now, I was going through some film. What's your my guy Makari Vickers?
That's one of my guys, man. Real good corner, real nice, fluid guy. He's a big corner too. Play corner or safety. I want him bad to stay in Tallahassee. I know in Tallahassee itself has a lot of homegrown talent for this 2023 class. You got Reuben Wilson, linebacker out of Lincoln High School, Makari Vickers out of John Paul II. So top 150 cornerback.
What Mike gonna do? Mike gonna keep them boys to the crib? What?
He's doing a good job of getting these cats on campus. I was going to get into it in my portion, but yeah, we have a lot of those.
Yeah, they in the city. I hope so.
Yeah, but no, that's one of the things that we really didn't do. He got him on campus early. Like, I remember I spoke about, well, Vickers been on campus since last year, but there's a lot of kids with this 23 class that hasn't really gotten, well, they're starting to blow up and start getting other offers, and we got them on campus early and offered them early on within this process. Receiver from Rutgers, so I'm going to get into later. Getting a lot of interest from Georgia and some other schools. He's been kind of blowing up in regards to his P5 prospects. So yeah, they're doing a good job in identifying the talent early, but like those blue chip guys, those can't miss guys, they got to do a better job in keeping them, because we haven't been able to do that in a long time.
Right. Lakeland stupid loading.
I said a lot of shit while I was muted. I just saw back and I was like, oh, well, never mind. Never mind. Then I just realized, oh, shit, you muted.
Tyler Williams, the wide receiver out of Lakeland, former quarterback, switched to wide receiver.
No.
Top 100 guy.
No.
FSU. I got to tell you, I think if somebody could win Lakeland, they could win the state, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That shit loaded.
Yeah, they're loaded to sell this shit. Like, and that's something we talk about all the time, Polk County and whatnot. But those guys this year, they're definitely loaded. Williams is he's my personal favorite receiver. He's definitely a top 3 receiver in the state of Florida to me. But he's my personal favorite. The kid is just 6'4", 190, runs like a deer, though. I mean, taking kick returns back for Lakeland, that type of deer, real fluid, moves very well. Not your typical 6'4", 6'5" guy. It's just, a jump ball guy down the field. Like, he really can get run the entire route tree like a small guy. He has wiggle like a small guy, and his speed is I think he's a track guy also. I want to say, maybe speaking on concept, I believe hurdles, but he's a track guy also. So the kid has it all, man. He's probably one of my favorite receivers. Well, is my personal favorite receiver in the state of Florida. Him, Hakeem Williams, and Jaylen Brown are my top 3 receivers in the state of Florida for me personally. With Ennis right there on the cusp in the top. Right, exactly. And that's the thing about it. Hell, I think Ennis is ranked. If you look at 24/7, he's the first one.
Yeah.
But that's just how good the state of Florida is. There's no knock on Ennis. I mean, he's a good damn player, but it's just
no doubt.
He ain't coming to y'all no way. So
who, Ennis?
Yeah,
he's gonna be on campus this weekend. Actually,
I don't think he's staying state.
He probably won't. But I think he'll probably go to Georgia, Alabama. But it's going to be good to get him on campus and see what we could do.
You really think? I think he's going to USC.
Oh, that's right. He was committed to Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he's going back out there with this guy. I'm surprised he ain't honestly announced already. I just like hearing some of his interviews. It almost sounds like he already told him.
Probably have, man. That's one thing about Lincoln. Any motherfucker who's committed to Oklahoma, he was on their head to bring him in.
They're making that trick.
Yeah.
Making that trick out to Cali. So Ennis is definitely top in the state or top one at the top. I'm with you. I'm real high on Hakeem Williams.
Hakeem is nice.
Yeah, I like him. I think he's obviously going to be a top priority for all.
And also,
of
as far as been running, but Jaylen Brown, he this past weekend, he ran the fast at this point in time. He got the fastest 200 in the country.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting. I think a lot of the, when we get into the wide receiver stuff, I think a lot of it may boil down to the room. If Mike can really get to working, y'all should be able to bring in a decent class, because I think you definitely got the room for these young boys to come in and eat. I think our wide receiver room is actually pretty talented, pretty young. So, I don't know. Obviously, that's not going to scare everybody off. I mean, somebody got to play and somebody not going to play. And you got a new staff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is where I think we really get to see how well Mike can work the trail, because I think you should be able to pitch.
See, I don't know. I think he can work the trail fine, man. It's just my thing is the winning games aspect. That's my thing. We gotta win those games, because we do a great job in talking to kids, getting them on campus, and having them engaged throughout the summer, having kids committed, this, that, another. Like, most of our class was locked up in the summer as it was. The main part about it is just we gotta. This whole, how can I put this? Last season was shit. Okay, we 0-4. Now we got to try to keep the motherfuckers committed, that type of deal, and then fight back from being 0-4. So we can actually win some games, getting that 8+ win range. He should be fine. I think that's the major thing that's on us back, is just winning the games.
DeFlavius Sorey is a wide receiver. He committed, Florida wide receiver. He decommitted from Georgia this past week. You guys in on that recruitment?
I didn't, because we weren't really in on him, but I saw that he decommitted, and Georgia lost somebody else this week as well. I cannot think of the name right now.
Georgia hiring some weird shit, boy. Georgia, I don't know.
That offensive line hire was kind of.
It's weird coming off a championship, right?
I think everything. The guy they placed, the dude they lost to Miami with, I don't think none of their hires have been impressive at all. I think they've been mediocre hires coming off a championship year. Like, just weird.
Yeah, they just
weird timing too.
Tracy Searles.
The only hire I do like is, like you said, the receiver coach they got from Miami. But other than that,
they got so much talent, bro. Like, all them average coaches that was average at like Florida and like fucking Miami and shit. They got so much talent to make up for like the lack of coaching there. They might not be a big drop off. We'll see though.
Yeah, we'll see. What are they going to be called upon to do? Like, Tracy Searles, I don't think is a bad coach. I think he's a good, technically sound coach. He'll get your guys coached up well. I don't think Tracy, he's an older guy too. He don't really want to get on that recruiting, trail like that. So, which is fine when you have the resources Georgia has. So, we'll see ultimately how that impacts him. Because I'm a bit of an agreement as well with, it's like, BMAC, I do like, they sniped us on that one, but then we kind of traded out. So I was all right with that. But yeah, anyway.
My receiver this class, I think Orlando loaded as well. You could win Central Florida and really tear some shit up. I think like that I-4 quarter, bro, you work that shit right there. You ain't even got to go down south too far if you win that shit. I think you can have a very elite class. Aiden Mazzell is out of Boone, Orlando. Another wide receiver that's like I said, just good work, man. He's one of my favorite guys.
Man, it's a good class in the state, man. It's a very good fucking class.
For sure.
It's enough cats to where I feel like all three could be, if they do their job, could be okay. If you can't get receivers and shit, I'm speaking directly to my staff when I say that. You can't get receivers within this year of Florida recruiting, and something's wrong.
Yeah, and I mean,
something's wrong.
Who do you think, like, out of the kind of the blue chip guys, like, who you think you're in the best position?
Position with? Out of the blue chip guys, I'll say Williams. That's the Williams out of Lakeland. I think we're in a good position with him. And Jaylen Brown, I really think we're in a good position with Jaylen Brown.
I like Jaylen Brown.
See, I feel how you feel. So yeah, we got to figure out.
That's my favorite player. That would
have been my two as well. So I'm like, all right, let's see. Yeah, we got to see
with Jaylen Brown, because he's at Gulliver Prep. We got what's the kid name? Boots Jr. Man, he's committed to us. The defensive end just drew a damn blank. He's committed to us every time Jayden's been coming on campus. He's been tied with these guys. Oh, I'm about to put it up real quick. Just drew a damn blank.
Why you
Lamont Green Jr. Yeah, every time that Lamont Green comes, Lamont is committed to FSU. They're teammates, and every time that Jaylen Brown comes on campus, he's tied to the hip of Lamont Green Sr., Lamont Green Jr. I feel like they're really close, so we'll see how that plays out. I know Miami, and this is some third word information that I got. Jaylen is kind of big on FSU. His dad likes Miami a lot, so we'll see how that situation plays
out.
Yeah.
I saw that little situation with your quarterback this week.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let's talk about that. So
did he? He didn't decommit or anything, though, right?
No, he didn't decommit.
Okay,
so from all the intel I got, this is my take on it. So we got King that's visiting FSU within the coming weeks. I think 24/7 put an article out about that. He's on a little college tour with a 7-on-7 team, I believe. From what I got from it and what my opinion on it, Parsons probably got a little upset about that situation and reacted due to that. I guess FSU did some groundwork in regards to reaching out to him, saying, "Hey, no, you are a guy, you are QB1. You know, we're not really planning on taking another QB." So that kind of ironed out the details in regards to that. I ironed out the issue in regards to that. He is planning to. Parsons did tweet out, you know, he's not. He it's funny. He put on Instagram the video of Wolf of Wall Street with your boy, so I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not going on. Show must go on. He played that video. He, tweeted out something saying, you know, he's going to be on campus this weekend.
What a wild boy, man.
Oh yeah, man.
Not to go off on a tangent, but
he lived a life.
How insane was that, right?
He lived a life.
Like to see your exit, and you just your ego, like, nah, son. Nah,
and he had it too. He was good. He was good.
Yeah, he could have. I was like,
Scott Free. Ego a motherfucker, man.
It's a motherfucker, bro.
Yeah,
do you in every time, man.
But yeah, going back to Chris though, man, I believe that was the situation at hand. I think FSU kind of ironed out, saying, "Hey, we're not really planning on we only want to take one quarterback this class, unless something crazy happened, like a transfer from one of the current quarterbacks on the roster. Then we'll reevaluate things and maybe take another high school guy or taking a guy at the portal for the 23 class." So I feel like just had to let Chris know, hey, you're the guy. You're our QB1 moving forward. Let's do it. For me personally, I wouldn't. For me personally, I feel like you can't. I don't know, man. It's a lot of appeasing nowadays. You know, it's a lot of catering to feelings nowadays and things of that nature. Man, it's football. You got to compete wherever you go, man. So even if you are the one quarterback, I'm gonna have 4 other quarterbacks on the damn roster that you got to compete with. So me recruiting, I'm gonna recruit another quarterback once you get on campus. So me recruiting a certain guy within your class, what does that really matter? You get what I'm saying? Especially if it's another blue chip type of guy. I don't know, man. I think kids kind of.
Bro, it's a different day and time. Dog.
It is.
We used to watch that shit go down. Dog. I remember when like Jimbo got 2-3 of them guys one class.
Committed.
I thought like good ones, like no bullshit, like 4-star shit. And I was just like, man, this is insane to be able to get that many quarterbacks in one class. Nowadays, you get more than one. It's a blessing because especially if they highly recruited. Now you got to finally get an elite one and then a project just to keep. That's
exactly how it goes. Long are the days going where you take, exactly. Long are the days going where you had Jimbo bringing in multiple 2 blue chip guys in one class. That shit is dead nowadays, man. Dead. You won't see it. So I guess it's just the times.
Was like they was gangster with that shit. They used to always bring in a couple of guys, and somebody's going to leave, but that's fine. Let's just duke it out first, though, and then see if I need to go. Not necessarily saying I'm whack or trash. It's just, hey, he's got a little edge.
That's because the portal is right now. Like
it's the portals.
And you should see the reason why a team would take multiples due to that situation. Hell, a person they already have not committed on that sign or whatever, he could be planning his exit to leave within the next month or so. Right. This shit is never ending, man. So the more quarterbacks, the more the players, the better. Especially quarterbacks, the more quarterbacks, the better. Because not long are the days where you got Danny Cannell coming in. He's a third, a red shirt junior. Where he's been behind the system and play behind some guys. He comes in and plug and play. That's one thing Florida State had in the 90s. That was a real blessing they had. You were able to develop quarterbacks and sit those guys and red shirt them and play them as upperclassmen. Man, if you're not playing within 2 years, those guys are leaving nowadays. Yeah. Leaving completely. So
yes, sir.
You should see why a coach would want to protect his interest and probably taking multiple, but just reaching out to cats on, reaching out to a kid and the kid possibly visiting and you kind of ruffle feathers with that. I don't know, man. It's a different age.
No doubt.
But yeah, that was a situation on Parsons. He did say he's going to end up being on campus. And I guess I'd get into my list a little bit in regards to this upcoming weekend. They've been playing this weekend basically for the last month, you could basically say. Well, not month, a little bit after signing day. Probably
go with my Saturday list, March 5th list at the end as well. I go with like who's coming on this weekend, get the people run down of that as well. But go ahead, bro. Yeah. Not that you cut me off. I forgot a little bit. So
yeah, to get into
I'll go over my list as well.
So we got this. I'm not going to go over all the names, just some of the key highlights, but we do have like 26 4-stars that's going to be on campus and 2 5-stars that's going to be on campus. Just to give you guys some of the names that is going to be on campus, we have, of course, Chris Parsons, the 4-star quarterback, who's probably the ringleader in regards to the recruiting class. We were just talking about running backs. Dalen Smothers, 4-star running back out of Charlotte, North Carolina, who we're really high on. He just recently got an offer from Alabama. Brandon Ennis, 5-star receiver from American Heritage, who we just talking about, could be heading to USC. Hakeem Williams, top 3 receiver in the state of Florida for me. Santana Fleming, another 4-star receiver from American Heritage. He could be on commit watch. There was a couple of CBs that dropped for Santana Fleming yesterday, matter of fact. So watch out for him. He could be on commit watch. Robbie Washington, we talk about receivers in the state of Florida. That's someone we didn't mention also. 4-star receiver from Miami Killian. Really good player. Like him a lot. Keon Brown, 3-star receiver from Tallahassee Rickers. This is the receiver I was telling you guys about early on. Really good athlete. Doesn't have a good quarterback at Rickers. Like I told you, Rickers is one of those hood schools that just have athletes running around everywhere, so the receivers don't really benefit from the system. He's one of those guys. I feel like he's going to be a really good player. Once you get into an actual program and develop him and teach him how to run, he learns how to run routes and learns the ins and outs of actually playing football. I think that kid can be really good. I would take him. The only question is, in regards to that, is the state of Florida is so damn loaded. How many receivers will you actually take and where he is on the pecking order of the board? But just because he's a local kid with real high upside, I'll take him off the strength of it. Roderick Kearney, 4-star offensive lineman out of Orange Park. Kelton Smith, 4-star offensive lineman out of Columbus, Georgia Carver. Him and Darren Reed, I told you, I feel like those two are going to be, they said they're going to be package deal. Both of those guys are 4-star prospects. One is an offensive lineman, one is a defensive lineman. Lucas Simmons, who had a big bump in the 247 rankings that we were just talking about. 4-star offensive tackle from Clearwater International. Vic Burley, 5-star defensive lineman out of Warner Robins, Georgia. Someone to keep an eye on. Jordan Hall, Jacksonville, Florida, 4-star defensive lineman. He got a couple CBs for Florida State as well, so something to watch out for. Reuben Bane, this kid is a fucking monster, man. And I think he'll probably end up going to Miami out of Central. Dog, the kid had the sacks he had. I mean, just the stat. You look, I don't know the exact number, but the shit just open your damn eyes. He had like over 20-something sacks this past year, like 30-something tackles for loss. The kid is amazing. Really good pass rush. I feel like Miami will probably have the edge with him, but it is good to get him on campus. 4-star Lamont Green Jr., FSU commit. Like I said, he's really tied into the Jaylen Brown recruitment, so that's something to watch out for. Keith Sampson, 4-star defensive lineman for Newborn, North Carolina. Raul Aguilera, 4-star linebacker from Fayetteville, Georgia. And Sharif Denson, that's someone me and Silk just talked about. He's supposed to be on campus. 4-star
like
DB,
kid, bro.
Yeah, the kid is nice. 4-star DB from Barton Trail in Jacksonville. That's somebody to watch out for. Damari Brown, American Heritage, 4-star safety, who had another big bump in the 247 rankings. He's like a top 250 prospect now. And probably my favorite safety in the state of Florida, Jeremiah. We were just talking about him the last podcast. Jeremiah Anglin Jr., Derwin James' cousin, another one of those Lakeland kids.
Like that eye for a quarter, man.
The kid's a baller, yeah. Another guy that I told you guys after watching, he was at the Under Armour Junior Combine or whatever. He won MVP there. Okay, MVP, Derwin James' cousin. Let me check out his film. You watch his film, the shit is justified. He's a fucking ball hawk, man. Making picks left and right, going off the hash. He's one of those type of players. And going back to Bane, appreciate it, E. He had 29. The kid had 29 sacks this past season. The shit is amazing. 29 sacks. So yeah, he's definitely a player. I feel like Miami has the edge there. But that's pretty much where we at right now with the list. This list is fluid. It's subject to change. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a couple of cats that we've missed that will pop up surprisingly on Saturday. And we'll talk about that on the next pod.
Very good. A lot of them people come in Shrewd.
Yeah, it's a decent prospect class. I mean, decent talent pool that's coming up this weekend. So we'll see if they can get some leverage with some of them guys. But Santana Fleming, he's on commit watch, so just got to watch that. And like I said, this damn state of Florida is so damn loaded with receivers, man. It's crazy. You just got to figure out, okay, how many I'm going to take in the pecking order of the board, and if this guy will be a take or not, man. It's just that loaded.
Yeah, I mean,
what you want
to problems.
Right.
You much rather be overloaded in the state and have more opportunities to
And then Georgia, Bama,
bro,
they gonna come in and scoop somebody up. You know how
the demand is there.
Mm-hmm.
The demand is definitely there. We still got to fight and claw for all this top-notch talent. This is the mecca for football, baby. You got to fight to keep it here. What you got, Larry Young? Give people some medicine.
Well, let's see. I'll get to a little bit of the specifics. Some stuff going on with us. Obviously, Charlie Strong was named officially now, so that's like officially official. Shout out to my boy to roll on. Turtleneck and the ball head, baby. Daryl Porter Jr. We were able to get him to come and transfer in from West Virginia. That one, I think we beat out Florida State on that one. Is kind of the word on that.
Stuff Mike?
You say who?
Florida State.
No, who did you say?
Daryl Porter.
Daryl Porter. No.
Stuff Mike and
we ain't beat y'all on that one.
Nah.
Cap.
Yeah. Well, okay. So with that situation, it was more so trying to play to get Junior. So they reached out. They was in contact way like months ago when it was still possibly with Junior on the table to try to bring both of them in. Once Junior went elsewhere, they kind of ceased conversations with him, and they
ain't want him no more.
Nah, man, they went and got somebody else, man. They went and got your kid from Louisville, Greedy Vance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, similar build in regards to a cornerback. We got him to transfer in. So after we got Greedy Vance to transfer in, that pretty much stopped all conversation that we had with Daryl.
Very good, man.
Mario ain't beat nobody for him, huh?
No, it was some others. He was a potential, but I think Miami did have the leg up prior to him going into the
whoa.
The leg
up. One leg up.
Once we got, we were in contact with him, but it was way before.
So y'all was pump faking. That's very disrespectful. So everybody, kids listening, they're gonna try to play you with your brother, man. Your half brother. And then as soon as your half brother ain't in, they gonna just bail on you.
We just seen this how many times though, man. When try to have
first time I ever seen it.
Remember Nate Craig Myers and them boys?
Ooh, yeah, Nate, bro. I remember
classic.
That. Yeah, I remember that.
Classic,
I think Auburn ended up taking his brother too, right?
Yeah.
Classic recruitment. And then Nate, he didn't even do too much at Auburn, but that's a different story. But yeah, once Junior went elsewhere and we got Greedy Vance, that pretty much was done. They're 5'10", 5'11" type of corners. We weren't taking another guy like that.
It was crazy how like they have brothers, him and Marvin Jones Jr. and Daryl Porter Jr. They got the same mom, different dad. But it's funny how they both named Junior.
And Daryl Porter, hey man, you some decent names, man. Shout out to moms.
Yeah, shout out to moms, man.
Some legendary moms out there, man.
Great genetics. 2 D1 football players. So,
Jared Willis' mom is a legendary mom.
Absolutely.
Popped out 5 stars like ain't nothing, boy.
What?
It's a walking lottery ticket.
No, you have two guys
looking like a snack in a lottery ticket.
Right. I like her.
Can't beat it.
We're friends on Facebook.
Back to the recruiting.
Yeah. You got me all off to the left with it. What else I was about to get into real quick? We also. Well, I tell you what. No. Okay, We also hired Eric Renegan, director of football sports science. So we hiring all kind of weird positions too. It's kind of cool. This guy from
what he got? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing? What's his title?
What he doing? Director of football sports science. He's actually coming from the NHL. So you're looking at one of those guys that just going to break things down to the like
analytic.
Yeah. We'll get into movements and impacts. You know, those little sports bra joints they be wearing. They get all those readings and all that. So yeah, you know, we're adding those type of staff positions. We're actually it'd be interesting too because we got a guest coming on a little bit later that's going to get into that. That's actually why I brought that up. And getting into these staffs that are beefing up and adding positions that basically, you know, push you in competition with the big boys. The other thing I wanted to address was specifically to the program, the Jason Taylor talks. There was a lot of noise about that, him possibly coming in at defensive end coach. I was like, bro, he's not going from high school to defensive end coach. I don't know why y'all think that's going to happen.
Why not? It's happened before. Ruff did it.
Yeah, but not with Mario. That's the biggest difference, honestly, because I think Mario's going to want guys that have been, you know, if they're not directly.
Y'all still hiring. I forgot y'all ain't finished yet.
Yeah, we still got to hire defensive end. Well,
y'all gonna get them before spring practice? What's up?
Damn, yeah, that's crazy.
Spring is bro.
When spring start? I forgot about the stat. When the spring start?
That's how good he is, bro. Like, you know how good you got.
No, we just got a whole war and shit going on. Nobody give a fuck about.
Oh my God.
You know, Mario. It's gonna take forever. If we talk about it every day, then y'all gonna get mad. So we just like, you know, out of sight, out of mind, bro. Just get our mind off it. I forgot y'all wasn't hired.
They was pissed off. We was talking about it every day. Like, oh, y'all was worried about Miami. Like, bro, we worry about all the shit that going on within the damn state, man. It ain't just no damn Miami shit, man.
Right.
I mean, that's what y'all say, but I don't know who y'all staff is. If y'all don't tell me, I'll be honest with you. I don't give a shit.
Hell, I don't really know unless it's blown up, like it's something that you guys whiff on or something like that, where it gets the attention. Then I'm in the know of it.
All these damn whiffs. Hey, I'm not getting to that whiff shit.
Oh my gosh! All right, go ahead, bro. But
the whiffs was people writing shit. I even got into that. If I gotta write some damn,
that's we ain't about to go back in the past on that hearsay. I'm talking about like when the spring started, he still got guys that need to be hired. That's kind of crazy.
Well, I'm pretty sure Phil gonna get the tight end job. So really, it's just down to the defensive end job. I believe. I mean, so we got one on offense and one on defense. I'm pretty sure Phil's gonna get the tight end job. He's already been there. He's a good recruiter, so probably gonna stay there. Although that ain't been cemented yet. So we'll see how that plays out. But anyway, as far as Jason Taylor, there is talks going on, but he would more than likely be coming on in the analyst type role. So there is something to that, but not as the defensive ends coach.
You don't think he qualified?
Me personally, don't matter what I think.
Yeah, dude. You got a podcast. Your opinion matters.
Nah, Mario don't
does matter.
Like what
we care, bro. If nobody else care what you think, Larry, on the roll up, we give a shit about your opinion, bro. Get it off.
I don't. Am I humble? I don't know because I don't have enough of a relationship with the guy. I mean, he's an NFL guy and he's coached at high school level. I wouldn't say he couldn't do it. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't say he's not qualified. I would say,
do pro guys hit up Jason Taylor for like workouts and shit, right? So he teach pros.
Yeah,
pros pay him with their own money to teach him shit, right?
Hall of Fame guy,
it means he probably could teach you just defensive. I wouldn't want him to be my DC, but right now, if somebody told me Jason Taylor was my defensive end coach, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, I wouldn't have.
I had some questions about
that. Wouldn't be bad, to be honest with you. Just off the strength of it.
Jason Taylor, bro.
He got some good ties in Miami. He's played in Miami, Hall of Fame, all that good stuff. I just didn't think that was going to happen just under Mario. But again, you come to be an analyst for a reason as well. So if that does go down, you're looking for either an opportunity within. It's not those roles don't last very long typically. So you're looking for an opportunity within the the school you're working with, or you bounce and go find you another opportunity. So the good thing to it, when you're dealing with a ex-NFL guy, hopefully he's not a guy that's under financial strain. So,
man, Jay Taylor got that bag, bro.
Oh, I mean, I hope so. I don't know. A lot of guys don't, man. Sadly.
I know. Jay Taylor got that bag. I don't see that boy moving to Miami, bro. Like it's like Barack Obama moving around the city sometimes. He moving, man. Like he still got that bag, bro, for sure.
Good, dope. I love to hear that. I hate hearing cats don't have it. Really, it honestly breaks my heart.
He'd be out of Miami. Believe that, because it's expensive than a motherfucker down there.
Yeah, that's true. So we'll see how that ultimately pans out. I do think he's a guy that may be brought on staff. And then we'll see how that ends up playing out down the road. Outside of that, like there's not like a big visit weekend, like this weekend coming up. So since the last time we did a show, I can do is kind of run down some of the offers that have gone out with some of the,
Before we do that, I want to speak on something. I know you're talking about hires and stuff like that. FSU just recently made a hire. Just hired John Garrett as the director of scouting for offense to the staff. John, pretty accomplished coach, man. He's been a receivers coach for the Cincinnati Bengals, Dallas tight ends coach for the Cowboys, pass game coordinator for the Cowboys, receivers coach for the Tampa Bay Bucks, offensive coordinator at Oregon, offensive coordinator at Richmond. I'm sorry, he was the Arizona Cardinals quarterback coach as well. Also, what's wild is he coached Dugans. He coached Dugans as receiver. Excuse me. When he was with the Bengals, he coached Dugans. He was the head coach at Lafayette University from 2017 to 2021. FSU just recently hired him as the director of scouting for offense. So shout out John Garrett. My bad. Go ahead, bro.
Oh no, you good, man.
I was just looking at that video again, man. And Rat look like he don't want to be there, bro. Y'all got a free Rat, man. Shout out to Rat, man. Rat look crazy.
Rat didn't want to be the. Randy didn't want to be the. Dugans didn't want to be the mid speech. He was wild.
Check's a check, man. You know what I mean? You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Yeah. That's why it's funny. I was speaking to my coworkers today, and a lot of us got our little reviews, for what your raise gonna be and this, that, and the other. There's a lot of frustrated people. And I was like, bro, you an
inflation,
employee?
Bro. Like everything going up, dog. I need to see them coins go up, baby.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm of the mindset that like, yo, if they just making fake money, bro, then just give us, $4 extra an hour. Like just making up shit.
That's why the inflation's where it's at right now, because you can't just give out money like that. It sounds good in like on paper area, but it fucks shit up, man. When
it's real in my company though. They got that money. They just don't. Okay. Yeah. Oh shit. They got that. Trust me.
They just say fuck with the boys like that.
Yeah. Fuck y'all. That's what they saying. Take it or leave it, buddy. That's what they trying is. But they got that bread. But anyways, yeah. So not a particularly like this weekend isn't lined up to be a heavy visit weekend. So did you want to run down that list you have real quick?
Trying to find it out, bro.
That's all right. No, go ahead. I got it.
No, I like how FSU is doing theirs too. I chime in while you finding this. I like what FSU is doing too in regards to their weekend. This is March the 5th is what they're hosting the recruiting weekend for, and it's also the first day of spring practice. So the kids going to be able to take in spring practice along with the recruiting aspect of the visit. And FSU is in the middle of their tour of duty. One of the winter workers like mat drills, every school has drills in which the actual coaches are involved on the field in doing the drills prior to spring practice. And some of the kids that's standing out from these man, drew a damn blank, my bad. From these tour of duty workouts is Jared Verse, the defensive end that we got from Albany, the transfer. And he was one of the most sought out recruits in the portal at that point in time. So he's one of the first guys that caught people's attention at the practice facility because the media was able to attend this last one. Moved really well throughout the training. He was also praised by the strength and conditioning coach for work ethic. Excuse me. Caden Lyles, offensive line transfers, right? Offensive line transfer from Wisconsin, who's probably going to be our starting center this upcoming year. Say he's a massive kid, well north of 300 pounds, around 6'4", and he moves very well for his size. So that's someone we should keep an eye on. Robert Cooper, big Coop going into his senior year, defensive tackle, starting to take on that leadership role, man. Still big in his frame, but he says he's in the best shape of his college career, man. So we'll see if that transfers over to spring practice. And a couple receivers that's kind of intriguing the guys is Deuce Spann and Johnny Wilson. Deuce Spann, another transfer from Illinois, 6'4", 195 guy. I know we was talking about his speed prior to him transferring, as the coach was saying he's a legit 4.3 guy. They say that speed is pretty clear, in workouts. And Johnny Wilson,
wide receiver.
Yeah, Deuce Spann from Illinois. Remember, he was the quarterback from St. Petersburg that Willie was recruiting at one point in time.
Gotcha.
Ended up going to Illinois as a quarterback. They changed him over to receiver and shit. His first damn play at receiver, he called like a 60-yard touchdown. So he doesn't have a lot of production at Illinois as that receiver, but they believe his upside is real high. And also Tatum Bethune, he's really standing out. Also, the linebacker we got from UCF, 6'1", 225, moves very well. Position of need, you guys know how that goes. So his experience, his leadership, and just being a veteran should bode well for the linebacker room. Yeah, so we got all that leading up to the first practice March the 5th, and I love how they're tying that in with the recruiting visit. So it's going to be an interesting weekend.
No doubt.
Nice. Yeah, my March 5th is.
Go ahead, bro.
I ain't going over all these damn names. It's a lot of them.
It's a good weekend. Cool.
3 5-stars. Well, I like Keon Keeley, another kid out of Tampa. Things out of Berkeley. How do you say that high school? Berkeley Prep. Notre Dame commit right now. Edge rusher. I think he's like number 1 edge rusher in the country, depending on what site you're on. Elite kid. I think he's going to leave Notre Dame. I'm not sure if it's going to be us or Bama or Georgia, but I think he's going to end up staying down in the Southeast. So I expect him to flip at some point. Francis Muagwa. I think I'm saying that right. 5-star from IMG. You did good on that, man. I think I got that.
I think you nailed that one. I like it.
I appreciate it, man. I practiced this one as well. I don't know if I'm gonna land it. Samuel Mimba.
Man, listen,
no,
I struggle with that too, man.
That's not it.
I think it's Mpimba, actually.
Mpimba.
Mpimba.
Yep.
Kid from IMG in St. Louis, right?
Yeah, he's a monster.
Yeah. Shout out to him, man. He'll be on campus. Monster. I think the IMG crew coming through. We got Grayson Howard, a 4-star linebacker, John Walker, 4-star defensive tackle. We have an offensive lineman, Bo Hewley, a UGA commit, 4-star offensive lineman. Jordan Hall. The list is long. It's gonna be an elite weekend. It's gonna be like this. It's not even just a weekend. They've been visiting all week. So
yeah, that's kind of the vibes of things that have been going on through in Miami. I mean, because it's kind of like you were saying too. You got the schools coming through, your bus tours, things of that nature, getting guys on campus, and letting them see if they want to build relationships with some of these schools and these coaches, and vice versa. Coaches want to get eyes on them. Right.
Because so far this week, I'm talking about guys that's going to be there Saturday. So far this week, we've had March 1st. We had 4-star defensive lineman Gavin Hill Jr., a 3-star wide receiver Eugene Wilson, who I talked about earlier, and also 4-star defensive lineman Kendall Jackson, 3-star athlete from the Gainesville area. His brother Trent Whitmore is on campus already. Creed Whitmore, younger brother. March 3rd, we had Jordan Hall come through. Sharif Benson, the defensive back we were already talking about. Trayon Webb, Kenton Kirkland, a 3-star safety who I like a lot. And also Janoris Wilson, 3-star offensive lineman. These kids gonna be popping up, man. I don't want to keep going over the list wars. All these kids gonna be on the same campus. But I do want to educate some of the fans that ain't really in tune with all the visits, who's going where, things of that nature. I know we haven't been getting very detailed in that department, so I want to provide some more energy on who's trending as well.
And it's about to pick up real, with the dead period being
I want somebody to pop Saturday. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be a little disappointed if we have all these kids on campus Saturday and I don't get a commit. I'm gonna be a tad bit disappointed. No
need though, bro, because your staff is still new, building those relationships. The main thing is for both of you guys. The main thing is to keep these guys on campus. Is most. I feel you on that.
Go to the strip club.
But the main thing I think for you two guys is just get these guys on campus as much as possible. Just get familiar with the staff and build that relationship. Once y'all do that, then shit should be gravy. And I think that's one of the advantages that Mike will probably have over you guys is just a relationship standpoint. But some of the
Mike
guys
has no advantage over my coach.
Oh yeah, you'll see. Don't worry.
No.
You'll see.
What you think, Mike? You say Mike got the relationship advantage? Mike ain't
I think so because he's been building these relationships since 2020, since he's got hired or whatever.
But the kids just saw the video.
Yeah, that broke a lot of relationships down. First off, with my video, you did one for money. Where mine at?
They can say the same thing about UF.
That's true.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah, and that was another thing I want to talk about too, man. So you see that shit, you're like, well,
my video was straight though, bro.
But now you see that shit. That's something else I want to talk about too. Was it really though?
Yeah, what?
It's straight, bro.
But
give me your gripe.
Nah, it was creative. I don't like. It was just over the top to me, man. Nah, go ahead. What you mean like?
I ain't gonna say it. Let's keep it moving.
Okay, but no, that is a good point though. Like, how do these other kids feel about this shit though? Like, well, damn, I ain't getting no damn birthday shit, and I'm committed to you guys. You know, whatever it could be.
That could be soft ass. I wish my son would say some shit like that.
That's what I'm saying. But that's some soft ass shit for y'all to be making him a goddamn birthday video too.
Yeah.
No, it's the game. What do you mean? Y'all sent him a bunch of cars, and that's cool, right?
I thought the cars, yeah, that's fine.
See? Just like
the
who
cars
you cheer
went
for.
to the house, bro. Like, nah, bro, nah.
Come on, man.
There's a line, man.
What's the line?
I'm
video?
Randy Shannon in the video. I'm ratting the video. I'm like, bro, this is too much.
No, but nobody. What was egregious about the UF video? I'm trying to figure out.
The UF one? I mean, it wasn't egregious. It wasn't egregious. I mean, it was a one-up. I don't know.
That's all this shit is.
The thing is again, if you would have been like, Larry, I want you to say happy birthday, money from Gator Nation, I'd be like, man, I don't want to do that, man. Well, I got to do this shit. You're not even necessarily coming here. I want to do this.
That's why they ain't hire you, Larry. Yeah?
That's fine.
They hire people that do goofy shit for kids.
I'm drawing the line. I'm Odell. I'm old school.
Odell ain't Bud. Odell's like, man. Y'all got me out of my bed early in the morning, come do this goofy shit.
Happy birthday. Yeah, that's
we ain't even gonna get this kid.
Like, why do I have to do this for a kid we have no chance with, bro? I'm mad as fuck, bro. That was who would have made me pissed off. Like, man, what's the chance he coming here, man? Nah, y'all just out here making a goddamn monkey out of me, man. I ain't with this shit.
No doubt.
But anyways, like we don't have like a major visit weekend per se. The 7th is when spring starts for us. The only visit that I've got written down right here, and I'm sure there's some more. Mac Howard, 3-star quarterback out of Mississippi. He's supposed to be through there. But then next one coming up after that would be Cedric Baxter Jr., 4-star running back previously mentioned out of the Orlando area. He's supposed to be there on the 10th. On the 11th, got Marcus Stokes, 6'2", 185 quarterback out of Clearwater. He's that's March 11th. He's the top quarterback in Florida.
Stokes from where?
I think it's Clearwater, if I'm not mistaken.
I think from Nice.
Nice?
You say who?
Marcus Stokes. I might have jotted that round down. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Let me see. I think. Oh, let me make sure. I could be wrong. He from Nice, Ponte Verde Beach.
Yeah, Jackson
I was
area.
jotting shit down fast.
That's what Tebow played, fam.
Yeah.
I thought Tebow was homeschooled. Oh yeah, but they let you play.
He can't play at his house.
Yeah,
Larry.
He that good?
I said I thought he was homeschooled.
I lived in Pensacola, cuz I've met a lot of people that was homeschooled, and boy, were they different once they met the world. Let's see. Then we got 4-star Tackett. I'm assuming that's how you say that. Tackett Curtis, 6'2", 220 linebacker, 4-star out of Louisiana. You know how that go. He don't have an LSU offer yet though. it's a little interesting. So we'll see.
Tread lightly.
Yeah, it's like if they want, he's got a pretty decent offer list. I did look down it just to see because whenever you start getting involved in Louisiana, I'm like, what's what are we just wasting our time? But as of now, he doesn't have an LSU offer, from what I could see. So we'll see how that kind of pans out. But he's supposed to be through on the 11th. And the only other one we have that I know supposed to be lined up for a little bit later in the month is Madden Sanker, 6'4", 305 interior offensive lineman out of Georgia. Supposed to be coming to visit the end of the month. Outside of that, we're in the top 4 for transfer out of UCLA, Mitchell Agude, I think it is. 6'4", 245 edge. Haven't heard a lot about him since the news first announced. I think he announced actually like his top 4. I think we might have been recording that day or very close to it. But I went to track and see if I saw any more info on him. As of right now, not a lot going on. So I don't know, what our chances are with that. He's playing a 3-4 outside linebacker. I don't know if he's looking to get his hands in the dirt and maybe come to a 4-3 system, or if he'd rather stay in the 3-4. So that would be just something, with a lot of the transfer guys, they're just really looking for the appropriate fit for their skill sets where they feel like they can be best utilized. And also got an offer out to Malik Benson, 6'1", 185 wide receiver out of Hutchinson Community College in Kansas. So
no, what's crazy is that you said that. And I know you have offered. We literally just offered this dude 15 minutes ago, man. His offer sheet is blowing up right now.
Who that? Benson?
Yeah,
he's fast.
Yeah,
he's really fast. Yeah, he's you know what they say, man. You can't teach speed. I knew his was going to start to bubble up a little bit.
You can teach it. You just got to,
You can fine tune it.
Yeah,
now you can teach it.
You can teach it.
Yeah, my son at track practice right now.
Make me fast, coach. I would say them kids out there crying about their legs.
Crying, bro. Like I got a fucking ruthless track coach, man. Like this shit's child abuse. Every practice, bro, is like 15, 20 kids that leave in tears. I just told my son, if you ever cry, he got to walk home. So
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Conduct himself appropriately. 9.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's about that time.
Bro, you think it's about that time? You think this shit is serious, dog? Like 2 years ago, my son ran. He's been running track for a couple years now. So 2 years ago, but we went and ran up in Atlanta. Ran into some Jamaicans, bro. Like, bro, I was like, there's no way them kids the same age my kids, man. I've been in sand pits and shit, running hills. Man, them Jamaicans look like they've been working out for the Olympics since they was 2, fam.
Yeah,
a lot of kids from Texas like that as well. The culture of track, it starts very young in a lot of these places, man. Miami got some killers. It just ain't as widespread, but you can teach speed.
That's what's up. Yeah, well, now we know you can teach speed.
You can't teach it once it's grown and shit. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so no hope for me.
Nah.
And another quick note for Marcus Stokes. I'm backtrack just a little bit. He doesn't have an offer as of right now.
I think we peeping our head in him with him as well. I like Marcus Stokes. I got to see more of him at camps and see what his recruitment looks like if he rise up with some rankings. I want to see him compete a little bit. But he's top dog in Florida. He's in a Gator friendly area, so I don't think we got to be too quick to be offering and taking commitments from him.
Yeah, and you know how QBs don't get nearly the amount of offers as position guys.
Right.
So yeah, coaches want to be a little bit more cautious with giving them out and making sure the relationship is really intact when they go to do things of that nature. So so that is all. Let's see for the current visitors set up. Outside of that, since the last time we spoke, several offers went out. The biggest one would be, and I can't remember if I mentioned it on the show. I think I might have Jayden Rashada. I feel like I might have. If
it doesn't ring a bell.
5-star.
You did. I wasn't listening last week.
Yeah, it'd be like
quarterback, right?
Yeah, quarterback. 6'4", 185 out of California. He said Miami's his dream school, so we can get us out of there.
Yeah.
I don't. That's why I asked earlier. I was like,
yeah, that's the kiss of death is the dream school.
And he's from Cali, so I'm like, dream school. Miami's your dream school. All right, I mean,
how the fuck that was
possible. You know, it depends.
Right. I mean, you look at it though, man. I think Miami gets those
good.
But Miami gets like fans like that though, because it was just such a like. It depends on like.
I can see I can see years ago. I guess when
now it's different. Like Kwame them like is from New York. I mean, so many Miami fans from like random places. I'm like,
see, I can understand Kwame around our age. Well, how old is Kwame? But a 17-year-old kid,
like 60 or some shit, man.
See, so Kwame was around when Miami was Miami. So, but a 17-year-old kid saying that's kind of wild. You gotta remember, maybe he got parents.
It's about your influences, right?
Yeah.
Like you can influence these kids to.
Yeah, definitely. It could be a parent or something like that.
Uncle, something like that. Somebody's supposed to. So I did find that.
Plus, you have just people like, I mean, he from Cali. Snoop. People like Snoop was like big Miami guys and shit, bro. So, you know, like I think Miami shit is a different type of. It's something in the culture a little bit. It's different.
Yeah. It's a different. It's the brand is. You know, because at the time, like, you know, when they started blowing up, it was 80s, 90s. Like, it just...
Because on the flip side of it, you also got the flip side of that, right? So you get those random fans like that, but you also get the people that have the stereotypical views of Miami in a negative light.
Right, I would say. Yeah. A couple other offers we got out. Let's see. Tony Rojas, 6'3", 200-pound linebacker out of Virginia. 4-star Jayden Platt, 6'4", 240-pound tight end out of Texas. He's currently committed to Stanford. However, his offers have kind of started to climb up a little bit. Not that Stanford's a bad offer, obviously. He's committed there. Means he's a bright kid as well. But since December, Oregon offered, then LSU, and then we followed up behind that. So interesting to see how that tracks. See if the kids, you know, kind of dead set on staying with Stanford because, you know, a lot of those guys are interested in that Stanford degree.
Shit, I would be too, to be honest with you.
You know what I mean? And it's not like Stanford don't get guys in the NFL. So
you get a degree from Stanford, bitch, you straight as fuck.
Bro,
right. So
when Abe had told me going through Kyrie's recruitment because Kyrie was considering Stanford heavy.
Dog, I could. And Kyrie was a smart kid, I believe, right?
Yeah.
He was a smart kid.
Gotta be.
If they fucking with you, you gotta be smart.
The average salary is 6-figure of the average graduate.
That shit. You get a degree from there, off rip, you good. Off rip,
you're all right in life.
Not a bad look. Not a bad look at all. Let's see, a couple more offers we got out there this week. I already mentioned Marcus Stokes.
But they stink at football. I wouldn't want to go to Stanford. I'm sorry.
It's crazy because at some point in time, it depends on, I guess, when you can catch them. I mean, remember they had that run.
They have good runs here and there, but like overall, bro, like it's
in the facilities and all that type of stuff. Because you know, Stanford's one of those money schools. It's nice. It's definitely nice. But Pac-12 as it is just
you been out there?
Yeah, I've been to Stanford before a long time ago. Yeah, it's nice. It's real nice.
I want to go to some campuses and shit.
Beautiful fucking campus. It's dog. Beautiful part of Cali. Great weather, man. That shit is Stanford is nice.
I'm forgetting what school they was just telling me. Dan was just telling me about a school that's I know he's listening to the show right now, but it's a school right on the bay. I think San Diego. He was saying this. I think Pepperdine.
Yeah,
I looked it up when he said it, and it was like a beautiful campus. I was just like,
oh yeah. He's probably talking about Pepperdine. That shit's in Malibu.
right, Malibu. So that shit's gorgeous, man. I looked it up when he said, like, I take a visit there, bro.
Yeah, that shit's gorgeous.
Let's see. Yeah, there's a couple other ones out there. I'll give you. Actually, I'll get into them a little more in detail on 26. Y'all go check that out.
I got something popping soon. What you got? You got something to watch?
You know, it feels like the staff to me. I ain't heard too much bubbling about anybody on watch. If you made me guess, There was Jaylen Brown maybe a few weeks ago. I'm not even as confident about that right now. Bane, I like just because of the legacy thing.
You thinking them 5 stars gonna pop early, like, or them blue chip wide receivers? I'm sorry, that's 1738 kicking my ass.
Do I think any of them are going to pop soon? Is that yes?
Yeah.
I
don't know a timeline for them boys, but
not in particular. Yeah, no. Like I think the only one, which I mean, was it Bobby? Which one is it? Bobby's the wide receiver, right? But he wouldn't even be considered like blue chip.
Any of them, like who? Like, what's the timeline on these boys? Like, what's Ennis? Ennis don't really have a timeline like that. He's still visiting and doing his little carousel.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. You know, wide receivers too in general, man. I think you talk about enjoying the process. I think that particular group is one of the groups that just.
Well, if you're in this, even if you do like Raleigh, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every school you're interested in damn near has like new situations. Even if you like Raleigh, he's at a new situation. You still got to go out there and see it because it just look how wild shit is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all these kids can probably approach it a little different. I'm interested to see what his timeline's like. All these kids, I want to see how fast they choose because I think the early signing day is going away again, right? They're not gonna do 2 signing days no more. So I think the timeline.
But is it going to be for this class for 23, or has that already been?
Find that out for us. Find that out for us, Harlan or Easy, if that's for this upcoming class.
Yeah, I don't think it's even been. And then while y'all looking it up, I didn't think it was necessarily like a decided thing that it is going away. I think they were just talking about discussing if it is going to go away, like if they would like to move off of it.
It was just in the discussion phase.
Yeah, discussion.
That's it. Okay.
I don't really have a beef with the early signing day.
I do. I just think it's crazy right now because the way hiring and coaching is going. I think it's more. I think kids gonna fall back from it anyway. So I think traditionally I don't think early signing day is gonna be the big date anymore. I think we're gonna start falling back to February being the big date. But I do think it's more dangerous because as we just seen, like some of these kids can sign, they have a different coach, whether it be head coach, positional coach, whatever. A lot of things can change, man, relationship wise. And then you're already into a letter of intent. Now you have the option of just waiting for all that big flurry of hiring, firing, staff changes, and then you see what's what in February.
Yeah.
So I think some of these kids, even the quarterback, like we were talking about Arch Manning choosing maybe in July or something like that, or in the fall, because we're thinking like an early signing day timeline. So quarterbacks was choosing right like this time last year or the years before. But I think a lot of these players are probably looking more like February being the big deadline of I don't have to rush this by signing day to get a spot and get on campus early. I want to know who my coaches is, make sure my situation solidified.
Yeah, because this was probably the first year since they had December signing where we've seen a lot of blue chip guys kind of push it back a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, so it could be a trend.
Something to watch.
Yeah, definitely something to watch. It's interesting. I could see the pros and cons on getting rid of it versus keeping it around. I think the best point you did make is the coaching carousel type deal. And then you still got your kids, like you say, your blue chip guys. I mean, the perfect example of the Josh Connerly kid. He's pushed his stuff back. He's going to do a few more visits. I think he's setting up USC in Oregon soon to wrap it up for him. That'll kind of close up his officials.
Right.
He's going to, make some decisions from after that. I actually think he's saying he still may double back for some spring practices. So,
shout out to my man Anthony from Bennett Auto.
What he talking about?
Nah, man, me and him, I was just revisiting our text over like since these hires and shit went down. And me and him got about like $3,000 for bets for recruiting this class right here, bro. Like we was talking crazy to each other. I was going to my tail, like, why am I betting all this money? I don't know what the hell about to happen.
What y'all got? Like, what is he got his top 5, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, he's a Miami fan. He probably think y'all got the number one class in the world about to land here. I just think we're gonna get a better class, so we'll see.
Okay, I like it.
Well,
I got
friendly
us top
competition.
5.
I lost some. Well, we both won. I won some money off of him in the past, and he won the Tay money off of me. Like we've been going back and forth for some years now. We won't go on the timeline with it. We just do friendly stuff of.
I like it.
What I'm saying? Quick little bets.
That way y'all never got paid each other. Y'all
Oh no, we actually the money definitely exchanges hands, bro.
Exchange. I like it.
Last thing I want somebody doing like this. Soon as they got Tay, I just sent the money, bro. I don't even want you to text me and say, "Hey, we got him. Can you send me the money?" Right?
Hey, that's what I did when we lost to y'all in Orlando, bro. I shot off. I had $200 bets. I shot them bets off as soon as I got out the stadium.
Yeah,
when I got a signal, it go your money. I ain't gonna hear that shit from me, bro. One thing I don't do is that ass betting. You ain't got it, don't bet it, bro. Because I want mine when I win. I promise you that.
Let's get into the good news, man. I thought this should have been like a big ass like to do, right? I sent this in the group chat, and the marijuana with athletes, with the NCAA freeing up the weed. Them boys could pop positive to a certain degree to marijuana.
So you can't get too high.
I don't know how they're gonna police this, right?
Well,
who's going to be administrating these drug tests to be like, okay, I just think once they get into that weird area of they can smoke weed, and then the penalties, I think they got laid out on the article I'll read in a second. But I thought this should have been just big news, like on ESPN shit.
Yeah,
on 247, on Rivals.
But it didn't get the traction. I thought it was going to be huge also.
No traction.
No, well, I honestly remember coming across this story maybe like a month ago. It was just being introduced. Yeah, I think I might have.
I had no idea.
I think I might have threw it in our chat. You gotta remember, man, them shows was going 3-some hours, so we had to cut a lot of stuff.
Right.
But I do remember hearing about it. But again, still, your point remains. If I heard about this a month ago, it still didn't get the kind of traction that you would necessarily think. It is, I know you're about to go over some of the bullet points from the article. I do think it's kind of funny because it's like, well, what's too high? You know what I mean? Like, I know, like, you can get drug tests that will tell you, parts per particle showing up, right? So that, like, it'll go from, let's say, 5 to 500.
It's just huge that they're opening the door to this shit. Like, this is like, how many careers, how many times Percy Harvin had to fake injuries because he was hitting loud? No, this shit changes a lot of shit.
Hell, even on a personal level, I told you guys before that with Kalen LeBourne that his mother is engaged to my brother-in-law. So I've been kind of gotten close with their family, their situation.
Right.
He failed multiple tests at FSU and was eventually let go from his scholarship at FSU due to a failed drug test. So you got to wonder, like a kid like his situation, like if you'd have had this back then.
To me, like as somebody that smokes all the time, I think because and that's what in NCAA release, they mentioned how like culturally it's like normal now. So
and I don't want the kids to do it, I guess, to the extent that I do it or whatnot. But
no, not for sure.
Yeah, don't cats do it, at night.
It's medicine, bro. It's like anything else. So like I think they should talk to doctors and whatever medicine that you conduct yourself with, because marijuana is can be used recreationally, but it's also medicine as well. NCAA Chief Medical Officer released this, said reconsidering the NCAA approach to cannabis testing and management is consistent with the feedback from membership. In a society with rapidly evolving public health and cultural views regarding cannabis use, marijuana is not considered a performance-enhancing substance, but it remains important for member schools to engage student athletes regarding substance use prevention and provide management and support when appropriate. This shit got 27 retweets.
How?
That's crazy.
Owners ain't got time to be retweeting, bro. They're like, yeah, it's righteous, bro. Keeping it moving. And if I'm a player, I definitely ain't retweeting. I'm like, nah, let's see how this go first. They might be trying to smoke me out. literally. I want to know how much weed is too much weed, bro. That's the key thing.
Well, we get to the science of it. I'm gonna open up the article here. It goes into
be like, yo, you too high. Says who? I'm just the right amount of high, baby.
See how this breaks down.
I suffer from anxiety, depression, chronic pain. I mean, I like
CSMAS aligned with THC threshold levels established by the Royal Anti-Doping Agency, raising the threshold for student athletes from 35 to 150 nanograms per milliliter.
Okay.
The threshold adjustment is effective immediately and applicable to drug tests administered in fall 2021 or later. So it's already embedded in the test, the level. So if you test too high, then hey man, slow down, bro. You smoking too much.
But that's the thing. Like, says who? I just think that's funny to be like
they can pick the number.
Yeah, hey man, that's too much weed.
It wasn't a doctor that made this shit. No, they said the anti-doping agency and shit.
Yeah, but again, I
would like to know what. Right.
Yeah, like why did they come up with that number? I understand because, like I said, I've got home test and it'll show you from 5 to 500. So it'd be like, I think it's 5, 10, like 100, 200, and then 500, something like that, right? So yeah, so you can know how many parts. And I'm like, it's just, I want to know, like, how do you test to find out, man? It's too much weed. Because your level of parts per nanogram or whatever, and how you're affected.
Tolerance, bro. Yeah, right. Tolerance is different. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think it's great for the kids, because it allows a lot more freedom for man, maybe I don't even smoke like that, but went through a stressful time, or I was just hanging out with the guys for the weekend, and it did.
Maybe I'm injured. And then I have belief of me not wanting to put opioids in my body.
Right.
They give the kids opioids, but they smoke marijuana and they pop for that. It's gonna look crazy.
Which is a lot worse.
It's a lot worse. So it's a healthier alternative for me playing with stuff that's addictive. I can now in my recovery state, if I'm injured, that's an option for me now. It's marijuana. I don't want the kids or these young men, because we pick and choose when they men and kids. I don't want these young men just recreationally just fogging up their whip for shits and giggles.
Right.
That's not what we on. But I do think it's very important, and I think this shit should have been way bigger news than what they put out.
23 retweets is fucking crazy. This shit,
bro, like the fuck.
Right, that's great. It should be a talk. Yeah, it is. It should be a talking point on Sports Center, that type of deal. Yeah,
how's it not? Like, that's big ass news. And when it happened in NBA, it was big news. When it happened in NFL, it was big news. It happened in college football, it's like whispers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I can speak to knowing how much a little dabbling and whatnot will show up, unless the test I got are faulty. You got to kind of get down a little bit for that stuff to for it to show up, even at the most minute level. So, and I know most testing, they mentioned in there it was 35 parts per nanogram, which is that's pretty stringent. That is pretty stringent. You could really have just, maybe indulge just for a little kickback or things of that nature, and it will pop up. So, I like the flexibility that they've added, and I do like one of the things about the NCAA is they tend to be pretty antiquated. I do like the progressive thinking on it, because
no doubt
they typically just go, we ain't moving, we're not shifting, we're not shaking. It's like, listen,
it's a good take.
The world's moving, so I got it. We give them a lot of hell.
In the NCAA, you gotta tip your hat. That is a good take, because
that's why I said should be get them boys some flowers, man. It should be bigger news, man. Like, this shit just very quiet. I think this is a win for the players. Like, we got Janoris Jenkins up out of there at UF. He said Urban was there, he'd still be there, but Muschamp had to get him up out of there. But it was weed. You know what I'm saying? Hindsight 2020, you're talking about one of your great players that ever played there was tossed away because he was smoking marijuana. I think that's a little outlandish.
Man, Can you imagine NFL Ricky Williams? Because they've
bro,
done
Ricky's a revolutionary, bro. He's a revolutionary, bro.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, he walked away.
Yo, revisit that shit like historically how they made Ricky. They look nuts. They made Ricky look like he was on rocks, fam.
Yeah,
for real. Man, this one.
Dude smoke trees and
Ricky was the most calm guy. He was just chill, man. He down to earth.
You would think that Ricky was a bigger drug addict than Michael Irvin.
Yeah, exactly.
Real shit.
Real shit, bro.
But Rick, and they kind of
followed around in the 90s. Randy Moss is still be on the damn team.
Yeah, they following the footsteps.
Randy Moss had some other bullshit going on.
Yeah, Randy Moss was a wild boy, man.
Right.
The NFL, had already taken these steps, and if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me. It's not on their banned list anymore. Marijuana. So, they're following, in those footsteps, man. There was some, Ricky Williams was, man, when you talk about just raw talent and ability, good God almighty, man. I used to think, like, Ricky Williams was incredible. You talk fast, strong, agile, amazing.
I got Ricky on my bucket list of conversations people I want to have a conversation with, man.
Oh man, that'd be so dope. He gonna wear flip flops too, cause it's gonna be amazing.
Oh, no doubt. Bring your flip flop. I might be in flip flops too. Shit.
Yeah, hey,
I'm a Croc guy.
I don't do that.
I told CJ, bro, you be careful with them goddamn flip flops, bro. Them slides a motherfucker, dog. Crocs is more interesting.
These Crocs got a sports mode. You know what I mean?
Right. That's just key.
You can flip it around the back in case some shit jump off. You can get loose.
I ain't one of these barefoot runners. Still learned that the hard way.
Yeah, man. Learning the hard way. Also, save both our lives, man, because that shit. Shout out to him being elusive as fuck, because shit could have got crazy that day, man. Whatever.
Hey, man, you got to clip that. That's one for the timeline.
I almost died in some flip flops, man. I vowed not to win, but I win for Ricky Williams' interview. Absolutely.
Nah, yeah, like you said, Ricky is one of the he was one of the special players, man. Speed, agility, power. Just Ricky had it all, dog.
Give me we gotta do an all marijuana team.
Oh yeah, we definitely gotta do all that should be elite as hell too, boy.
We'll write that down. Come back next week.
Vic the quarterback. Ricky the running back, most that receiver.
We got some killers, man.
What?
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, I'm with that. Let's do it. We might can do some play on names too, like AJ Green, even though he ain't never been, busted.
Yeah, real ones know.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's what it is. Okay. What else
we talked last week. We got our takes off. Grambling we all for the HBCU movement, hiring elite coaches, finding the big names to take these programs to a different level. But Grambling was hiring Art Browse with a checkered background for offensive coordinator. The hire got announced, and like 2 days later, Art Browse stepped down.
And Doug, it's crazy. Doug Williams he won with that shit, and Doug Williams got so much damn influence at that school. It's crazy. Once Doug Williams said he was out, that's when they said, all right, let's back up and think this shit through or whatever. But I do feel for your boy, man, the head coach, Hugh Jackson. Yeah, Hugh Jackson. Yeah. Because you was told that you'll be able to hire whoever you want to hire, this, that, and other, but then certain names get blocked due to I don't know.
Yeah, Hugh, come on now, baby.
Yeah, you wild with
I understand though, but come on, man.
Yeah, I don't. Because you can find another motherfucker that's qualified too.
Yeah, and I'm all for second chances, but he gonna get a second chance in life, not a second chance at being. That's a privilege to have those type of jobs and be in those positions. And I think he violated certain things in that position that he was a leader of men, and he should have led better, and he didn't. So I think.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. You good?
No, I was gonna say I wanted to, because it's been a while, so I was trying to remember exactly what happened with Browse. I knew it was involved in sexual assault. The thing that he did, for those who may be a little bit in the dark, that would probably be the most egregious act or lack of action was he knew about an alleged incident and didn't alert the police. And that was that was in at least one of the 17 sexual and domestic violence cases reported between 2011 and 2016 that involved 19 football players. So allegedly involved 19 football players. So, you know, at the end of the day, you know, he got hired by the Tiger Cats and Canadian Football League. They let him go. Southern Miss was going to try to hire him in 2019, and they
he was a head coach as a high school. Nothing in high school let him go.
He's like 65 years old, right? Like,
yeah, he's 66 years old. Yeah,
and this volleyball going to the sunset. Shit's dead. Shit's over.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, lack of institutional control, I could kind of, you know, that could be a little flimsy. But the fact that, you know, he allegedly did get direct info and said nothing, you know, that speaks to a lack of character. So at the end of the day, even if it is just one, it's like, bro, somebody told you something, and your reaction to it was, "Hey man, we got football games to win." It is insane. That's, you know, that's a sick way to look at things. So yeah, I was shame on you, man. Come on. There's other people. He's old as shit.
The school never put out a statement of the hire. They did a local TV station interview.
Oh no, them boys weren't about to tweet shit. They weren't about to. They won't have no press conference. None of that shit. Hell no.
You're gonna sneak in,
right? Get us to the game and shit.
For real, sneak that boy through the right. Sneak him in blackface through the back door and get on the road recruiting, huh? That's what you do.
Call them smart guiles. Hey, just put him in some sort of like a ski mask or something. This OC is amazing.
Right.
Tell me, if he want a second chance, if anybody give him a second chance, his son can, right?
No.
Well then, you can't expect somebody else to give him a chance. His son ain't gonna give him a chance, right?
Well, see, I think Browse Kendall will probably give him a chance if he ever does get that head coaching job. But at the same time, he's going to have he wants to be a head coach. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. At the same time, you got motherfuckers above, and that's going to be on the same shit that Grambler's on.
You got to read the room, man. That women shit is big, bro. That women shit is extremely big, and he may have turned a new leaf and all the other shit, dog. But it's bigger than that at this point, man.
Because it became a culture.
It ain't women shit. I'm just saying, like, you just gotta read the room. Like, how you treat women is humongous right now. Like, you can't just hire a guy like Art Browse in the temperature of what the world is right now.
That situation at Baylor was, I mean, it sounds like it was a culture. I remember when the story started.
That shit's still fresh, fam.
Yeah, it was very recent because I mean, who they hired after? Matt Raul, right?
Raul, Raul. Who was the guy they hired after?
So it's like, dude, you're talking about. It just sounded like everybody's turned a blind eye, and you gotta remember, Baylor was playing pretty good football under him.
No, they were damn good. Yeah,
the program was going up.
He's a hell of a play caller now.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it was working. So that goes to show you where. Unfortunately, we put too much stock in our entertainment
on winning and that type of deal.
Yeah, right. I mean, to where we just turn a blind eye to things of that nature. And you know, he let his own selfish reasons get in the way of not stepping forward. So, you know, he'd be okay. I bet you got a couple dollars in the bank, man.
He ain't broke.
Larry ain't crying for no Art Browse, bro.
Them lawyer fees might have been kind of hefty, but no, I think he probably straight though, like you said.
No,
yeah. And if he ain't,
his son got it. His son got it.
Well, he's definitely still a millionaire. So I ain't sad for nobody that got more money than me.
Real.
Nope.
What we got? Let's get into these hot takes, man.
Let's do it.
Let's break it up. Let's change the momentum and transition to some hot takes.
Living that high life.
And after we read the ad read, we could go ahead and you guys did your list.
I do have my list. I do.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
I can put one together though. It ain't hard.
All right,
pause.
Yeah, I was about to say, I hope not.
I hope not. But yeah, we after the ad read, we could get our take
into
from
the last week's
and then go to the
All Hot Takes is brought to you this week, as it is every week, by the good folks over at SpencerJerkyJerky.com. The only made-to-order jerky that starts with a trip to the butcher to source tender steak specifically for your batch. Marinated 24 hours in freshly crafted marinades using only locally sourced produce and all-natural ingredients with no added sugars. 5 staple flavors include original, Old Bay, habanero bourbon, mandarin jalapeno, and of course, lemon pepper. My boy. Use exclusive code, promo code BIGMEAT, BIGMEAT, for 10% off your order from Spencer'sJerkyJerky.com. Get you delivery worldwide from Waco, Texas to wherever the hell Gramblin's at. It's Louisiana, right?
Grambling is in Baton Rouge. No, not Baton Rouge. Grambling, that's Southern. Grambling is in Louisiana, though.
Yeah, wherever it's at. We can get it from there to there. And back, in case you got to go back.
I know we sound crazy as hell to anybody in Louisiana right now. I'm like, these niggas don't know nothing, bro.
It's in Grambling, Louisiana.
I don't know what Grambling is.
I'm about to say, I think Grambling is a city.
It's a city?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, sorry, Louisiana. I've only been to New Orleans, bro. That's the only part I really know. And I'm never going to Baton Rouge. I lied. I go for the game.
Baton Rouge is pretty cool, though. I went one time. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, okay.
I've never been in Baton Rouge. I gotta go there soon, though.
It's like Tallahassee, man, because you got Southern and LSU all in the same city.
Makes sense, yeah. All right, well, let's see. I'll go ahead and kick it off. I tweak mine just a little bit.
And those of you who don't know, last show we got a hot take question in regards to name us our all-time starting 5 offensive linemen for each university. So that's what we're getting into right now.
Right.
Yeah, so my 5 consist of, I will go right tackle, give me Cersei. Left tackle, give me B-Mac, of course. I'd slide Vernon Carey inside the left guard. Romberg, of course, over the football at center. And right guard, I would actually go with the legendary Jim Otto, the only Canes offensive lineman that is in the Hall of Fame. Different era, but felt like I had to show that respect to a legend. So that would be my starting 5 on the O-line for
left tackle. Brian, you ain't say, but I'm assuming Brian, you ain't say.
Yeah, I say B-Mac at left. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
McKinney,
cool.
Yeah. Brian McKinney, yeah, left tackle for sure.
All right, cool. I'll go from right to left also. So my right tackle would be Trey Thomas. He was only a 1-year starter at FSU, but during that time, he was the second team All-American, won a Jacobs Trophy, which goes to the best offensive lineman in the ACC, 11th overall pick, 12-year NFL career, All-Pro once, 3-time Pro Bowler. So I'm going to go with Trey Thomas as the right tackle. Clay Shivers, he's going to be my right guard. Even though he played center at FSU, I feel like I just want to move him over to the right guard. I think he'll be able to transition there. Gave up only a half a sack in over 700 snaps at FSU. Half a sack, not 1 sack, only half a sack. 3-time All-ACC, 2-time Jacobs Award winner, 2-time All-American, inducted to the FSU Hall of Fame. Rodney Hudson will be my center. Man, this kid was probably one of the most decorated offensive linemen to come through FSU. Was a 4-year starter, All-ACC 4 years, including freshman All-ACC, 3-time All-American, 2-time Jacobs Award winner. And when you go to the pros, he was a 3-time Pro Bowler, All-Pro, currently one of the best centers in the NFL. For my left guard, let's go Jamie Dukes. Jamie Dukes, everybody know him from NFL Network, but he was a consensus All-American at FSU. Started every game at FSU, which was 48 games, played 10 years in the league. Left tackle, it's kind of obvious, man. Walter Jones, what can you say? All-American, 6th overall pick by the Seattle Seahawks. Right. My dog, Larion.
We flew together, man. That's my dog now, even though I didn't know who he was at that time.
Yeah,
I knew he was big.
Both y'all had a common interest.
Just like me.
And that's crazy. That's exactly what you were saying next to. But 9-time Pro Bowler, 6-time All-Pro, member of the 2000s All-Decade team, first ballot Hall of Famer, one of the best offensive linemen to play the game of football. So yeah, Walter Jones, Jamie Dukes, Rodney Hudson, Clay Shivers, and Trey Thomas.
There we go.
Yeah, y'all way more prepared than I am for sure.
He bought you some time with all them accolades. I forgot, Statman gonna give them to you. I ain't lying up my accolades.
Yeah. I should have went way before him. I got Pouncey and Pouncey very easily at center and guard. Mike Pouncey, both first round All-American guys, man. Lakeland boys. I got Lomas Brown. I put him at left tackle. Right tackle, I got Michael Pearson. I'm gonna go a little unconventional, man. Just one of my favorite offensive linemen that I like, that University of Florida, Polynesian boy, Jalapeno. Just a guard that I like. He played a little bit center, a little bit of guard, but got that maul. He was an underrated guy. But I'm just gonna put him on my offensive line because he's just one of my favorites. So that's it. I ain't got all the stats and all the shit like that. All them guys are All-American, first round draft pick, except for Jalapeno. I just threw in the underdog. What we got? We got some calls?
No, that's solid. I like it.
Calls, man.
What we got, Harlan?
Hey guys, this is Charlie. I gotta give you guys a quick question for the show today. My question is, what is one guy from the Big Three that you would like to party with, chill, hang out with when you were in school? So they were in school at the same time, partying it up, living up the lifestyle of being that stud athlete. Which dude would you wanted to be homies with in the Big Three when they were out balling? Thanks, guys. Keep killing it.
I guess I'll go first. Within the same time I was in school. So shit, I'm going to go Ronald Darby, man. Ronald Darby was the fucking man in Tallahassee, dog. Darby used to, he damn near owned Baja's, man, which is a club in Tallahassee. Go out and party or whatnot. It was Darby, James, PJ Williams, Chris Casher, like all those guys used to party. Well, no, I don't want to go too far into that, but Ronald Darby, man, that'd be my guy that I want to party with. on the good end of that, I don't want to party too much with them guys. It might get a little weird, but Ronald Darby, that'd be the guy that I want to party with. He was the man in Baja's, bottles on deck, whatever you needed.
Well, I used to, my cousin was going to UF, right? So I kind of partied with kind of them guys a little bit. Shout out to my cousin, Reggie Vickers. He was like #1 receiver coming out of the state that year. But them guys at Gainesville was a popping city, bro. So I got to hang out with them dudes, bro. It's a different world. That's why I know these little small country towns can do, man. When you play ball, that shit turn up. That shit next level. Cuz couldn't stay focused, man. Gainesville, some everybody can't survive it, man.
Yeah.
But I got to hang out and see that shit, bro. Well, I'm gonna switch it up though. Go, Larry, get your shit off. Larry, don't know who. Go ahead, Larry.
Wait, say what you about to say.
No,
I don't know who what.
Because I think you know how them cats was in high school and shit.
Oh, because I wasn't from around there, but I could still kind of gather from who they eventually became. Like, for instance, all right, I'm gonna give you mine because now, I'm kind of stuck in the middle on who I would go with, right? So,
I was gonna switch it up because I think we asked that in two different ways. But go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna give you. Okay, so mine's pretty tight. It's trying
to figure out. We all perceived it differently.
Yeah,
because I perceived it one way, and then when CJ said what he said, I was just like, okay.
Yeah. So just overall, currently, how you
said we could just go with yours. It don't really matter.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
You said, or you can add. We'll let you swing back around, right? Okay. Because when you said when you was in school, so I was like, okay, well, when I would have been in school,
this add somebody.
I looked at it, so I was like, all right, cool.
I'm gonna throw somebody else out there after y'all get done.
Right.
When I would have been in school, man, I'm gonna probably say, let me. I think I go kick it with Portis, man. I think Portis just seemed like a dude that's just gonna find the fun. He kind of seemed like he had some of my personality as far as he don't mind being a little silly and goofy and shit. And, it never hurts to be with a football player. Now, if I had to pick an all-timer, which is how I was looking at it originally before you said something, I'm going to go Mike Irvin.
He's
trying
to party.
Yeah, he's trying to party.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
So
when he said that line in the U part one about those guys when they was in the club lines and they was getting in the club before the Dolphins and stuff, that shit said a lot. But go ahead.
So when Mike said it was his friend's crack pipe in the car, it's gonna be Larry Ann's.
Right.
I'll take that. I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got to have a homie ready to take a charge. You know what I'm saying? Record cleaning up. Like,
gotta have a fall guy.
Give me your all-time guy real quick, CJ.
So my all-time guy, it'll be Pete, man. It'll definitely be Pete. I know Pete had some crazy times in Tallahassee. So this past spring game, and Pete and Snoop, because those two, them motherfuckers like Batman and Robin, like Donnie and
I see where you're going with it though. It ain't just like it's a real good time,
right? Real good time. But so
with them boys.
We hung at the spring game this past year. Was me, Snoop, Benji Brown, and Pete. Man, them boys turned it up real decent, man. So I know. At that point in time, like I know back in their day in the late 90s, early 2000s, I know they had Tallahassee on lock, man. Especially at that point in time when it was peak FSU too. Man,
right.
Yeah, Pete, Snoop, I'm hanging with them boys all day.
I remember a chick that was the chick at the game that the fans turned on and told her to shut the fuck up because she was harassing me the whole time, and she was talking about I hang with Pete and Snoop. I was like. I really was like, so you got a train ran on? Like, why is you? Like,
that's wild, bro.
Like, bro, she was very disrespectful. Trust me. Like,
right.
She, like I say, her own crowd turned to kiss her.
Tossing trains on the show, though, fam.
What y'all need me to tell y'all what a train is?
No. We know.
The train is when.
No, we got it. No, we good,
okay. I don't want nobody lost.
Misinformed,
uneducated.
Uneducated.
My guy will probably be. I'm gonna go two of them. I'm gonna go Crowder. Crowder, a wild boy, man.
I can see that.
And then we'll go Rexy. Shout out to Rex Grossman.
A
legend.
Shockey was my other guy.
Oh, Shockey probably had that shit turned.
Which party I want to go to?
Rex really probably had games going though.
You don't want to vibe with Winslow?
No.
Ain't no telling what.
Ain't no grandma hunting.
Right.
No, sir. It's funny because he do fit the timeline too.
Y'all boys be going to bingo night. Hey, that was Winslow. That was Winslow big party night in Miami. That boys go to bingo night.
Y'all boys ain't finna fuck this bingo?
The boys at the senior citizen village giving it up, boy.
Just imagine them boys and talk about the hard practice. Man, I'm about to go to the Rolex. I'm about to go to KOD. Man, shit about bingo night.
The let out of bingo has got to be crazy.
Right.
I don't even know if that's funny.
Wheelchairs and walkers everywhere.
Hell nah. Yeah, because I definitely, it's funny you say that shit too. I was scanning down the list. Hell no. Fuck nah, don't come around me, bro.
Oh, you just scared to hang out with a soldier, bro.
That's cool.
It's all about this. All he care about is that fucking you, right?
That's all he care about.
The you and grandmas.
Now, what a wild life, man.
Hey, that's the show title, The You and Grandmas.
All right, let's go, man. Let's go.
Holy shit.
Roll up. What's happening, dog? It's your boy Southerly Yours from Twitter. Hey, man, I usually ask y'all give me a top this and top that. I got a question this week, bro. Would one of you three take a job for $50,000 a year from the other two schools to just do recruiting? That's all you doing. $50K a year just to recruit. For example, Silk. For $50K a year, you got to go to Polk County and you got to convince Kamani to go to Florida State or go to Miami. Let me tell you something, dog. I love my Gators to death, but I'm up here in Virginia in the 757 area. If Florida State or Miami gave me $50K a year to convince a kid to go to their school, $50K a year just to go talk to these jits, man, I'm on it, cuz. I can't lie, bro. $50K a year, I'm on it. What about y'all, man? Holla at me.
Yeah, bro lost me at $50K, dog.
No, he did clear it up. He cleared it up in the tweet. He tweeted on the
additional money.
I'm about to say
additional. He said
additional.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, bitch! I'm going where the fuck y'all want me to go. Who Florida want? Who Mario? Who you mean? Mario, I got Vickers right here in Tallahassee. What you want to go, bro? I'm all in for that.
I picked it up towards the end. Yeah, I was like, oh, he mean in addition to.
All right, about to say for 50. Shit, you have to.
Hell no, boy. That's a stressful ass job. Right, come on.
Take a pay cut to go recruit.
That shit sounds like the Dickens.
Right, but if Mario,
I actually like my family.
Yeah, right. If Mario DM me or Napier DM me, say, hey, bro, I got 50 in cash for you. Go get me such and such. Shit, let's do it. Yeah, I'm all game.
No doubt, bro. Like, this is business.
Oh yeah.
People look at me crazy when I started the Georgia podcast. Hey man, perfect year.
You're not even on it.
Right.
Perfect year. That shit took off. I mean, you just got it's a business, man. Somebody else gonna do it.
But for 50 extra racks on the side, yeah, because I mean, hey, they're gonna do what they gotta do.
Yeah, and then
all I'm doing is trying.
Yeah, I get them there, and then then convince them to transfer hit the portal.
What we got, baby?
Lego.
Big meat. Yeah, that's me. Quick question for you guys for the class today. I was just wondering how Silk has enough time to do 7 podcasts a week and also had time to record the new Bel Air show on Netflix, and he played Uncle Phil. I'll hang up and listen. God bless.
Nah, I haven't seen it. What the hell are you talking about?
It's about the Bel Air show.
Uncle Phil?
Yeah, they redid Bel Air. It's not on Netflix. It's on Peacock too.
Yeah, is he skinny now or something?
Oh, he's skinny Uncle Phil, dark skin, bald head.
Man, I haven't seen this
okay, I ain't seen it. I was like, wait,
nah, it's pretty solid. Y'all should check it out.
I heard it was good.
Yeah, man, it's not like it still has some. It's not like the funny Fresh Prince. This shit is more so serious and drama.
Yeah, it's drama like serious.
Yeah. So check it out.
My role, you mother.
Right, but every bald head black dude they say look like Silk.
I'm Silk, bro. I'm glad I cut my beard off. I was trying to cut back on some shit, man. But every bald head black guy, hey Spence, don't come on here singing big meat shit. First of all, second of all, I don't do 7 podcasts. I do a lot of podcasts, but I don't do 7 of them.
Let's see, cuz.
Fuck y'all. Hey, fuck y'all.
Nah, you
man, not look like that, bro.
I ain't gonna
hey, I'm gonna be real with you, Spence. That's racist.
Yeah, and I'm mad. Mad.
You saying every black bald head dude looking like.
Yeah, get him out of here. And I'm mad at motherfucking skinny bald head dude took my goddamn job. Skinny dark skin bald head dude. Cause I was so lost. I was like, what you mean? That's my job. And then I was
they switched Uncle Phil up completely.
That's crazy.
All right, last one.
Yo, roll up. It's your boy Ed Tangle. Easy. Deron. I called last week, man, but I was on that drink, so I was kind of slizzled. So I want to call again and repeat my question. I want to know from each of y'all hometown, Savannah, Larion, Tallahassee, CJ, the Muck, now enough for you, Silk. I want to know who was the greatest player to come out of high school who never really made it D1, who never made it to D1 or who made it to D1 but they didn't excel. All right, man, holler at you. Have a good week.
Ooh, so dog, listen, man.
Man.
This a fucking name y'all gotta look up. Eric fucking Terrell. Eric Terrell, dog. Eric Terrell is the best bitch I've seen to come through Tallahassee. He was the number 1 player in the nation. This motherfucker had a highlight film in the damn 80s called E.T. for damn Heisman. She was like 8 minutes of him just making all kind of damn plays or whatever. So Eric Terrell, he ended up going to FSU. He was a part of the Fab 5 receivers, but he ended up getting kicked out of FSU for whatever reasons. He was a trouble dude. He had some off the field issues, got arrested, got kicked out of FSU. Did a prison stint also. So when he got out of prison, Jimmy Johnson, he was coach at the Dolphins at that point in time. Jimmy Johnson came and reached out to Eric Terrell after prison to try to get him to come on and try for the Dolphins to play. That's how raw he was. He had the kick return and punt return record in the state. That record still may be held. I know when I was playing, it was definitely held. And I think a couple years ago, last I checked, it's been held. So like over 30 years for like 8 or 9 kick returns in a season. So Eric Terrell, man, you look him up. Fucking truth, man. Like that dude was that damn serious.
Let me give y'all boys some history, man. The greatest wide receiver to ever come out of Glade Central, man. His name's Reggie Vickers. Coming out of high school, he was the number 1 receiver in the state. He was down to a lot. Everybody wanted a big 3, USC. You name it, they wanted him. He went to Florida, didn't pan out, but won 2 state championships. That state championship run that Glade Central won, they won like 3 straight. He kicked it off as a sophomore in high school. Pretty much put Lido Shepherd in a blender as a sophomore, and the rest was history. I think a little of his like stardom and the way he blew up too fast, real young, kind of hurt him in the long run. But from 10th grade on, you're talking about a neighborhood legend. You had some greats. If you ask Rita Anthony right now, who's the greatest wide receiver to come out of Glade Central, he's going to tell you Reggie Vickers. Cole, 4.3 40, go up and get it. Just look up his film, but one of the coldest to ever do it. But a lot of this game is mental. He ain't make it, man. But that's my cuz, man. Ill. Another one, if you speak, depending on who you talk to from Belgrade, but another one they would say is Gilbert Grantley. Gilbert Grantley was just like you said, one of those guys that played right before Fred. Played running back, just a super fast guy. People don't realize what Glade Central running back room was at that time. Like guys like James Jackson, Fred Taylor, them guys really only got one real year to play because the running back room was just crazy back then. It was loaded. But Gilbert Grantley was the guy before Fred that kind of got things rolling in that department. But he got into a lot of legal issues, went to prison. He's out now. He worked with a lot of the athletes in Palm Beach County. Most of the guys that you see that are big time players, he's working with them on like training wise and stuff. But depends on who you talk to from Belgrade. So I'm gonna say Gilbert Grantley, but I'm gonna say Reggie Vickers, man. He's that guy. Look him up.
So I just pulled up an article from like 87 to Eric Terrell and what's this guy's name? Mike Rodriguez. He's a former University of Miami quarterback and receiver. This is a direct quote him on Eric Terrell. My personal opinion is that Eric is the best football player I've ever seen, including when I was at Miami. The only one to compare to him is Otis Anderson. Eric is that type of player. He's a world-class athlete. That's my damn alarm, the plug. Remember I told you about the freezer?
Yeah, plug that bitch back up.
Right.
It's clutch.
Now go ahead, Larry.
Well, that's the thing. Savannah's
That's
not
a great question. That's a great question.
Y'all from
I like that a lot.
Y'all more from a hotbed of football recruiting. Savannah really, I mean, we're a small city on top of that, and we're just really not. We haven't had a lot of football talent coming through here.
From Belgrade, bro. Y'all ain't smaller than us.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's just southeastern Georgia football. Like, ain't quite as in general. Like down by Valdosta is pretty good. But most of the better football's up north outside of the Atlanta area. Mm-hmm. So that's just not, it's not what we do. So kind of, I don't feel like I'm picking on Cuz, but he's more recent too, but he was a 5-star guy. Demetrius Robertson. He's a few years ago, actually. I think he originally committed to Cal, went out to Cal, transferred back home to UGA. He originally, actually, I know his tutor. He was actually really wanting to go to Stanford. That was his dream. Speaking of what we spoke on earlier, having that dream degree, and he couldn't quite qualify, so he ended up going to Cal, which is also another prestigious school academically. Came back to UGA, didn't quite pan out there, and ended up transferring to Auburn, and didn't really make much of anything happen outside of that either. So on a football scale, he didn't pan out like you would have thought, especially he's a 5-star kid. So
right,
that'd be my pick.
No doubt.
Bring our guy on.
Is he in?
Yeah, Adam. He's he's been kicking back for a little bit, waiting on us. Hey,
hey guys, what's up? Can you hear me?
How you doing?
Yes, sir.
Hey, just fine.
This is kind of a first off, how do you guys? I'm kind of feeling out what this podcast is about.
I covered it with a big 3 roll up, with a roll up, right?
I was going to say,
we cover,
how do you guys get along? Is this a weekly podcast or?
Yeah, weekly.
Man,
every week.
Miami, Florida, and Florida State weekly together. How do you guys make that work?
Do you got to follow the demographic on Twitter? It's a wild place. They call it Big 3 Twitter. Look it up. It's a wild place, man.
It's nuts. It's
It's
wild,
just
wild west.
football, man. It's just football. You know, we talk trash, but you know, at the end of the day, like it's a brotherhood too. On top of that, it's a brotherhood to Florida football. So
Well,
you know, we're gonna talk, but
yeah, we'll keep it rolling. Adam, how do you pronounce your last name?
McClintock.
McClintock. Yeah, I was struggling with it, man. I seen the
That's
C and then the C right back again. I was like, is that Mac or Mick?
Yeah. I've heard it both ways. I'll respond to both. So.
All right. So we brought you on. I seen one of your tweets, and Adam is the co-founder of Matrix Analytical. First, Adam, tell us a little bit about your company and exactly what you guys do when it pertains to college sports or sports in general.
Well, basically, what we do is we aid athletic directors and head coaches in staffing their staffs using analytics. You know, a lot of the old way of doing things, as far as, you know, when a new coach, let's say like Mario or when you know, Cristobal or Mario or when Napier comes in and wants to create a new staff, they rely heavily on guys that they know through their working experience, right? This kind of breaks through that, and it allows them to have a list of guys based on their actual career experience and results that they've actually been able to gain throughout their careers. So what we've done is we've created a database of every single position coach for every single team throughout the country. So it's a database of like 10,000 coaches that have coached any position since 2010, and we can quickly filter through this using a star system, kind of similar to what they use in recruiting. And we can give, say, Mario says, "Hey, I need a defensive line coach. I want him to be."
Y'all about to get the coaches stars.
Yeah. So say Mario comes to us and says, "Hey, I need a defensive line coach. I want him to have some experience in the Southeast, which you guys got."
This is interesting.
Yeah, and we can come up with a list quickly, filter a list quickly, give him a top 10, and then that cuts his time down. And he has to actually take contacting these guys, and he can focus more on what he's supposed to be doing as far as roster retention and recruiting and doing the things he's doing right now. So that's the big what of what we do. We also kind of delve into play tendencies throughout the season for certain coaching staffs. Every quarterback, I don't care who he is, has a tendency as far as who he wants to target on what down and distance. We try to pinpoint that, give that to the staffs ahead of time. That way they can more easily prepare for that week in and week out. So yeah, we do a broad range of things, but our bread and butter is coach staffing.
You know what this sounds like? I'm an older guy. It sounds like you remember the Game Shark? And you could just plug on to your systems back in the day, and it unlock all the cheat codes. So like that's kind of what you guys are in the business of doing. I think it's interesting. I think it's genius work. What are some of your metrics that you use when you're ranking these coaches?
I can't get into specifics because we have contracts with several.
Yeah, we don't want your rubrics, but just give us a little bit from a broad spectrum of like how you guys come up with like your system of ranking them.
Yeah, for example, D-line coaches. So we want to know what on, let's say, on an average run play, what is the result of the average run play against that defensive line that he's coaching? Is it a tackle for loss? Is the running back gaining 3 yards? Is the running back getting 5 yards? Is the running back, what happens per play, per rush attempt against his defensive line?
Gotcha.
Okay. For a defensive back coach, okay, every time a pass goes up in the air, what happens? Is it more likely to be broken up? Is it just how many times is that pass intercepted per pass attempt? How many times is that ball completed per pass attempt, and for how many yards after completion is that receiver able to go for? Are they right on top of that receiver? Are they taking him down as soon as he gets the ball? or are they, whiffing and letting the guy go for 40 yards? Okay. Things like that. It's very, very pinpoint targeted onto each specific position group. And we have about 4 or 5 key metrics for each position group that we tracked for 11 years for each team.
Gotcha. What's your background for you to get into this? I see some of the Oregon State stuff going on there, so I'm assuming you're clearly a football man. But then on top of that, what kind of got it into this particular field?
Well, by profession, I'm in aerospace engineering. I do finite element analysis for government contracts and stuff. But along the way, I was kind of tasked with trying to predict certain behavior as far as outcomes of per play analytics in college football. Me and a buddy of mine. Have you guys heard of Dave Bartu? He's College Football Matrix. Yeah. He's my partner in this.
I follow him as well.
Yeah. He's my buddy. We kind of about 5 years ago we got together and we're like, hey, we want to be able to predict precisely what's going to happen per play with the defensive line, with linebackers, with defensive backs, and we want to put all that together in a database, and we want to be able to rank these coaches like they do recruits. That way we can get rid of this whole, because we got tired of seeing good coaches hiring just through the buddy system and not hiring the best coaches out there. You'd be surprised how many really good coaches are sitting on the sidelines.
That's literally how it goes.
It's mostly relationship based, Adam.
It is, and we hated seeing that because there's so many good coaches that maybe aren't the best at networkers, but they're good football coaches. Okay, right. So we're trying to help kind of stop that practice of just hiring your buddies that you've known for 5 or 6 years. And the SEC is terrible about this. There's so many retreads in the SEC. It's just that one position coach will coach at 4 or 5 different SEC schools in his career, and he's not any good. He just gets bounced around, and he's coached at LSU and Ole Miss and Mississippi State. He must be good, right?
But that's how we in the fan mind though. Like we look at that track record as a good thing, Adam. Like we see the track record of he's been around the SEC. He has to be a good coach. He has to be good, right? It's what's sold to us as fans.
Yeah, exactly. And that's I believe the same thing before I start looking at the numbers, and it tells a very different story.
That is interesting. You had a question too?
No, you can go ahead. Okay. I got something, but you.
Okay. No, I was just going to ask. So, have you? Is your target basically your target audience? You're trying to go after. Is it the coaching staffs, or is it just football nerds, or a little blend of them both?
Our clients are. We have athletic directors. We have head coaches who contact us directly. We also have director of football operations guys who typically is who we contact with first. But it's a little mix of support staff, administration, and then the head coaches.
Okay, cool.
What do you think of the future of analytics in football? I mean, I first started paying attention to analytics when it pertained to baseball. You start seeing that growing, and now you're starting to see even from Billy Napier and the guys. But Mario, they're hiring guys.
Mike Norvell's pretty heavy in it. Really.
Mike Norvell, big Mike Norvell's big on analytics when it pertains to play calling and things of that nature as well. So, what do you think about the future of analytics in football?
It has a place. I think at this point, it's ignorant to ignore it. I don't think it's as big as it has a big of a place in a sport like football as it does in a sport like baseball, because there's so many multi-variables in football compared to baseball.
Right.
You get, on any given play, one guy misses his job. You guys are football guys. You guys know this. One guy screws up his job out of 11 on a football field, and it completely changes the outcome of the play. Right. All other 10 guys could have done the thing completely perfect. One guy can screw up and the whole play is ruined, right?
Right.
So analytics do have, they can help you be more efficient in your play calling and help you narrow. It's just a filter to use for your decision making. I don't think it needs to be an end all be all, because football is too complex of a game. And at the end of the day, you still have to understand situation and situational football. But what analytics can do is it can be that filter to narrow down those choices quickly for you, so that your decision process is that much more quicker.
Right. Now, I want to ask you what went into your process. You was talking about like how you didn't like the retread in the SEC. So you didn't use things like that to factor into your ranking, but you had the total staff ranking. That's the tweet that caught my attention on Twitter. What went into that? With your total staff ranking, you had Florida and Miami both ranked pretty high when it pertained to that. What
that is that takes every coach in our entire database has a rating from 0 to 100. Okay. And it's a percentage. Meaning, let's say a linebacker coach has a rating of 72%. That means he's better, given the amount of talent he's had to work with in his career, than 72% of coaches who are similar to him, who have had a similar talent profile as he has. Gotcha. So, what that number is, yeah. Anything above 65% is really good. And that's that you kind of have to deprogram yourself. We all went through school, and 65% on tests sucks, right?
Right.
So, but 65%,
right?
65% in these ratings, that's a 3.5 star, borderline 4-star coach. Okay, that's a good guy. 50%, right? Dead 50%
from a percentage standpoint.
Yeah. Yep. 50% is right in the middle. So you start getting above 50%, then you're good.
Hey Adam, how rich y'all about to get off of this shit, man?
What's that?
How rich y'all about to get off of this, man? This is dope. I think this is dope shit. I think this is dope.
Well, I can tell you, I can't go into programs specifically because we have NDAs, and they don't really want to.
I'm living that life right now. Yeah, I know what's up.
But yeah. So, but we do have. I can tell you, we have a program in the ACC Coastal. We have a program in the ACC Atlantic. We have a program in the SEC East. We have a program in the Big Ten West. We have a program in the Pac-12 North. We have a program in the AAC, and one in Conference USA. And it's exploded this year. This offseason has been crazy because of all the coaching turnover that we've been extremely busy. So yeah,
good problem.
But to answer your question, I never got around to answer. Yeah, it is. Yeah, and it's fun. It's football, man. It's fun. So I didn't get around to answering your question. That total rating that you saw there, that's the average coach on that coaching staff. All 11 headsets. Okay. The head coaches and the coordinators are weighted a little higher than the position coaches themselves, but that total rating is basically the average coach on that staff. So, for example, I think Florida was what, 73 or something like that. That means their average coach on that coaching staff is better than 73% of the coaches in our database at their position. So that's extremely good. Yeah, extremely good.
Yeah. No wonder we're doing this.
Now, he has Miami high as well, and he think once Miami add more staff, they could pass Florida. I just thought
I saw that.
Dope tech, and like I'm into that, like this analytics shit, and I like to have these dudes come on and explain it because I don't understand a lot of the number analytical stuff. So it's good to have you guys come and dumb it down for us.
Yeah. So, like I guess you're saying do you see this becoming basically you're growing now? Is it going to have to just be a part of what everybody's doing?
Well, see, that's the thing is
to an extent.
We don't, and this might sound kind of counterintuitive, but we don't want to be a part of everybody because then there's no edge.
Right.
We're going to cap it. See, we cap it at one school per division. Okay. Because then if everybody has it, there's no edge.
Gotcha.
And we're in creating edges for our clients.
Oh, I like
you fellas. Oh, you fellas are savvy.
Yeah.
You fellas are savvy. I know who that I know who that coastal team is.
Hey Adam, you familiar with Mike Novell? I gotta get y'all in contact with each other.
Nope.
Hey,
I ain't got no money. Y'all can't afford the man.
Make sure we knock our spot in now.
They say y'all can't download the app, bro.
Yeah, quit bothering people who ain't got no money, man.
we got ends on Florida State staff. No worries.
Yeah, he can talk to them whenever he wants to. They all got talk turkey.
I think I saw you had Marcus Wilson at a 65, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, let me see here. Marcus Woodson. Let's see here.
Shout out your platform and where we can find this at real quick for the listeners that's listening have no idea what we're looking at.
Yeah, this is patreon.com. It's patreon.com/CFB_professor.
CFB_professor.
Yeah. Let's see here.
What?
Marcus Woodson.
Marcus Wilson. Oh, that's your who is that?
Florida State coach, man.
Yeah, quarterback.
Yeah,
DB coach. Yeah, I got him at 65%.
CJ needs positive words for his people.
Yep, I got Marcus Woodson at 65%. So you're right.
Not too bad.
No, that's good. That's good. Like I said, that's a 3.5 borderline 4-star defensive back coach. I mean, that's
right.
That's better than most.
Well, God bless him.
I want to ask you where you had Todd Grantham at last year.
I can look it up.
Yeah, let me see how valid this is, man.
Give me a second. It wasn't good.
Yeah.
He said it wasn't good. He said it wasn't good.
Well, we know the system works. That's all.
This guy knows what he's talking about. This guy's a professional, man.
Yeah, this is good.
I can't really.
If that's it, if it says
this guy's a guru.
I can't really. Give me a second here. I got to unplug some stuff.
You call it'd be funny if he's like, "Oh, we had him at 82." Whoa!
Yeah, it wasn't no 82. I guarantee that. No, he still don't have a job for a reason.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, that's right. Nobody retread him yet. Huh?
Man, I want to talk about my old staff. My old staff ain't got a job. No, Billy Gonzalez is working with Willie down in FAU.
Yeah,
very good.
He is, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Don't get me talking about Willie.
Where you got Willie at?
No, yeah, please don't.
Willie's elite, bro.
You don't want to about Willie.
Man.
That's gonna break your heart, CJ.
Nah, he good now.
No, we got a Black History Month too, so we'll allow it.
Yeah, I'm good now, but I definitely I definitely defended Willie for a long time. Yeah.
Willie had you out here selling wolf tickets.
We selling a lot of wolf tickets.
A lot about
Willie owe me some of that buyout money.
I had a lot of Florida State fans come at me after I dogged that hire, and they were all real quiet after he got fired.
Afterwards, right? Ain't it funny how it changes?
This guy's a guru. He knew it too. Like, look at this guy.
It's funny how the temperature changes in the room, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's see. Todd.
It's crazy how it changes, yo.
Yeah.
We got Grantham. Hold on, let's see.
Todd Grantham, we have him at a 54.9.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
So he's above average, but he's not anything special.
Yeah, he shouldn't be leading men at the University of Florida. That's why he's washing Saban's cars now.
Did he get on with Alabama's analyst? I saw he was trying. Yeah, I thought he was.
Oh, I think he did.
Okay.
Somebody need to go learn how to coach.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's funny how he washes, that car wash that has an effect.
That Saban car wash? Oh yeah, it's usually not a bad.
It ain't gonna help Grantham though, unless he wants to go to Miami or something.
Didn't help West Jones.
Ohio. I ain't gonna come to Miami. We got a DC. Get out of here.
I need a D-line coach, man. Hey Adam, I appreciate you for coming hanging out with us, man. Tell the people where they can find you at on social media.
Yeah, you can find me at Twitter at CFB_professor. And then, like I said, my Patreon is patreon.com /CFB_professor. So.
No doubt, man.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with the RollUp, man.
No
appreciate
problem.
you get an influx of followers. I think everything you guys got going on is pretty dope stuff, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Anytime you guys want me to come on, let me know.
All right, we'll do. Definitely.
All right.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a pleasure.
Yep. Have a good.
Yo, we need some nerds around here. So
so I can really
nerds are good people. That's not even like a negative connotation.
No, not no more. Hell no.
Yeah,
I even said football nerds because I was like, everybody nerds about something. You know what I mean? There's levels to everything. Like, so that's why I was like,
yeah, that's dope. I know we had some confusion. We were talking about it in the chat earlier, but I like what he's doing. That's pretty dope.
Right.
Especially the way he's doing it. So Miami gonna be the only team in the coastal. Yeah. We got that.
Yeah, he pretty much spelled that out.
We got y'all. Clemson probably.
No, he said we working with him now.
He hyping Florida shit, so I know we got to be the team in the ECC.
Yeah. I knew that one too. I was like, Florida, okay.
Yeah. He got us top dog and shit.
Clemson probably come by that other spot because they need some. They had Dabo some hiring anyway.
Dabo just hired and Dabo don't care about their staff rating and shit, man. Dabo just hiring from the coach.
From within,
within for real.
He gonna learn. And he better hurry up for somebody else buy that spot. Be like Mac Brown and them boys over there. Oh no, they in our side. That's right. That's Coastal. It's gonna be like DC.
What y'all boys learned today? That's what we at with it.
Yeah.
Oh, solid show.
Felt quick tonight. Damn.
Yeah, solid show. Smooth. We'll do FHSAA. That's some big news this week. I've seen Luke and the boys, all the high school guys that are coaching. I got a partner that I think will bring going to kind of break it. Or somebody to come. We'll get somebody to talk about it in a more. We
need to get a coach
fashion.
Yeah. Detailed fashion. Yeah.
So if we got some high school coaches or somebody that's interested, come on and kick it with us.
Wilson, a 4-star DB coach.
Huh? What happened?
That's what he want to hear him get out what he learned. You know, he'd be scared as Mike.
No, go ahead. I'll tell what I learned.
I damn sure ain't learned that.
No, go ahead.
I like that. We got a 4-star DB coach.
He said borderline. He ain't no 4-star. He's 65. He's a 3-star. Borderline 4.
Man, Wilson is 65 out of he's better than 65% of the other catches. Hey, I'll take it.
High 3-star. He ain't better than my coach. I bet you that. I ain't even got the numbers on that.
Which one was that?
I can talk now, boy. Look, it's different now. Remember our line when I first come on the show about who's making the most money and shit.
Yeah, Miami shit gonna be all right because they hired the same company. They shit gonna be probably higher than y'all shit.
That's why we ain't hiring so fast. We getting the list. We vetting the top 10.
Oh, from him? You think Adam know? We gotta bring Adam back on.
How long it take you?
Hey! Don't worry.
What you mean?
You ain't got to worry about
Adam doing the hard work. So why is it taking that long?
Because you have to talk to the 10 people. You have to decide out of the 10. You know the 5 you like. You know, it's a vetting process.
That's a process.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Trying to be the president or some shit.
I get we still up there with it though, right? So what matters at the end? Thank you. So what I learned was, I learned that we hired Adam Company. That's exactly what I learned. I learned that just.
Yeah, me too.
I learned that shit swift. I was like, that's us. Right. And that which helps explain why this process is taking a little bit more time.
I learned that Browns got fired by everybody. High school teams, Canadian teams, black teams.
Everybody.
Everybody done got Browns ass up out of here.
Just go home.
Yeah, he got to call it a day, bro.
Just go home, man.
It's that guy at the club that just keeps walking around like, hey, come on, dog. Like, you gotta go purchase something at this point, man.
But man, you keep getting samples up here, man.
Yeah, it's time to get out of here, bro.
Yeah, time to get your ass up out.
Do we have a local song? I got some heat if y'all ain't got no heat, but do we have somebody that y'all want to play?
Nah, I ain't got none this week.
Nah, I ain't got no local jokers.
None? All right, I'm gonna go back with my boy then. Why not, man? Hold on. Put it back up. Man, got some heat.
I'll play the homie next week, actually. He gave me another song.
Who that?
My boy. I played him on here before. Reason Season played the joint Effortless with him and Spody. Played that one.
Gotcha.
A little while back, yeah. I don't think I could play Quando Rondo.
Nah, we ain't trying to get nothing pulled, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my man Jay Cruz. Be honest with y'all, I don't know what be happening with fucking title shit gonna be popping up sometimes, bro. Let me get Jay Cruz Arrogance.
No doubt. We up out of here.
We up out of here, man. The best thing rolling. Be sure to, give us 5 stars on all these platforms. If you listen on Spotify, give us 5 stars on there. Give us a review. It don't cost nothing to give us some love. You know what I'm saying? Spread the word. Tell a friend and tell a friend. We the best thing rolling. We the post of the big 3. It's the roll up. It's the vibes. Larry and CJ, check out.
That all, folks.
What he said.